is brought to you by PeoplesBank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swing a ground ball, rolled to short, Dead's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Darrell Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 126 of York Revolution baseball. Unfortunately, bittersweet day. It's our final broadcast of the 2018 season, the Revs and the Somerset Patriots. Revs do have a chance to finish 10 games over 500 with a win today, but the playoff hopes did end, unfortunately, last night. Hi again, everybody. Darrell Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. A gorgeous Sunday afternoon to close the 2018 season. It is a bittersweet day. It's been a ton of fun, but unfortunately, it does end for the Revs here today. We left you last night with the exciting news that after the Revs' 11-2 thumping of the Patriots, it was Sugar Land tying the game in the bottom of the ninth inning and forcing extras, which gave the Revs still an opportunity. They needed Sugar Land to win that game, but in the top of the 11th inning, Long Island would push one across. They did it with 2 outs on a base hit up the middle that really should have made it first and second, maybe first and third, but Anthony Jansanti overran it in center field and error on the play, and that gave Long Island the go-ahead run, and then they would add one more for a 5-3 win in 11 innings. So unfortunately, that's where it would end last night, but the Revs looking to close it out with a win today. The pressure is off. They don't have to lose. They can play for a win here this afternoon. And Michael looking to wrap up this season on a winning note. I hate the fact that it ends today, but it has been a ton of fun.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't end today. This team is on a roll right now. This team, for what I've seen this year, they've earned a playoff spot. But these guys are going to go out there with pride today, and although the last day doesn't technically mean anything standings-wise, they're going to go out there and play their hearts out and give it one more go for 2018.
Now today it'll be Carl Bryce making the start. Rick Teasley goes for the Patriots. Our pregame is jam-packed with interviews. We have part 2 of Michael's chat with Paul Fletcher from yesterday, and we'll have Mace put the cap on the 2018 season, and we'll look ahead a little bit with Mace to 2019 as well. First pitch this afternoon, set for 1 p.m. here in York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
There are few situations more stressful than having someone else's well-being in your hands. That's especially true when you're providing senior home care for a member of your own family. The team at Visiting Angels is committed to providing families with the best possible in-home care services. We'll help your loved one continue to live at home and help you find peace of mind. Locally RN-owned and nationally known, Visiting Angels is America's choice in home care. Specializing in dementia care for adults and their families, our team will help with bathing and dressing assistance, medication reminders, errands, shopping, light housekeeping, meal prep, friendly companionship, flexible hourly care, and respite care for families. Senior Home Care by Angels. Visiting Angels is hiring qualified caregivers. Call our York office at 717-751-2488. That's 751-2488. Or online at visitingangels.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Pregame continues. Revs and the Somerset Patriots wrapping the 2018 season here today. On our pregame, we've got part 2 of Michael's conversation with Paul Fletcher. We pick it up where we left off on last night's pregame with the Revs pitching coach.
You mentioned Zach Groats and another guy who got signed after coming to York this year, Devin Watts, a young right-hander out of the bullpen. What did you see from those two, and maybe what was the main reason why those two ended up getting picked up by MLB organizations?
Groats has, he's very deceptive as a pitcher. The arm angle, the way the ball moves, the way his pitches work off of his movement. You know, he sinks it in on right-handers with a hard fastball, and he cuts a breaking ball away from him that looked just the same. And he just got more consistent. He threw strikes, and that's what they were looking for. You know, that's what organizations want nowadays, guys who are strike throwers first, some velocity second, and he fit the bill, and I'm glad he got the opportunity. He deserved it. He came in here ready to go, fired up, and pitched his butt off while he was here. Devin Watts was the Braves. A buddy of mine I knew at the Braves called me when they released him and said, "Fletch, this guy was one of our top 20 prospects, and he's a converted shortstop, and he threw 96, and the velocity dropped, and we don't think he worked out." Well, I started looking at the numbers, and they said, maybe you could do something with him. We started looking at the numbers, and I was like, he went from college to rookie ball to instructional league to they brought him into early camp to full season, back to instructs, and you know it's hard for a young kid to understand my arm needs some rest at times, and sometimes you need to just take a break and get in the weight room and give your arm the throwing time off. And when he got here, he had tried to make some adjustments to what they had wanted him to do and had gotten away from some certain mechanics, and all we did was try and adjust those mechanics back. That's a young kid that has a real good opportunity to be a very good back-end pitcher when he gets a little more mature and experience under his belt. He's got really good stuff, and it showed.
How about the transition that James Puglise made coming in? He around the same time as Devin Watts, and first couple outings weren't amazing, but then has really settled into a role and has been awesome at the back end, middle end of the bullpen.
I think it just took him some adjustment. You know, you come from an organization, you've been in an organization, you don't know anything about independent ball, especially the Atlantic League with the hitters that are in this league. It takes a few times to really understand about pitching in and using the changeup. What the umpires are like, what the team is like, getting those adjustments. Once he's settled in, he's been really good, real good.
So in total, you guys have used 31 pitchers this year, 14 different starting pitchers. Now, most of the same guys have been out there every fifth day, but there's been some turnover. So how have you and Mace and just this staff managed just all the turnover?
Not easy. It's been tough. It's tough on Mace. It's tough on us, you know, to find guys that can come in here with the experience and the quality arms that we need, who can throw strikes, who understand what independent Atlantic League baseball is. If you don't watch it here and you come in and you just think, well, I can throw fastballs or I can do this, you're going to get hit, and this league's going to be too fast for you and too big. And it took us a little while, I think, to figure out how we wanted to get the bullpen adjusted to the starters and that group. And we had some injuries, some guys get signed. It was just kind of like a revolving door there for a while. It was hard to get a consistent, good 5 outings. And the other thing that does is it maneuvers guys in the bullpen so they don't have an idea of their role. It's hard. Sometimes we're using a guy in the 9th inning, and then the next time we use him in the 5th. And it's hard for them to get a consistent grip of what we needed them to do or what their role was for the team. I think that was some of the early struggles of, you know, win 2, lose 3, win 3, lose 2 type ball that we played. And it probably led to some games we should have won that we didn't. In terms of what we got pitching, just because it was tough on those guys with the rotation.
Well, going back to the starting rotation, what do you go over with these guys before a game when you're seeing them warm up in the bullpen? And also, what do you go over with whoever's catching that night in U3 game planning?
I think it's it's one of those things. I go over the lineup. I have a scouting report, which I use as suggestions. I tell them this is what I think can be successful for you to get them out. And how I feel like we should attack it, and then I let the pitcher and the catcher work it out. on what they feel is going best in the game. We try and stick to that plan a little bit or use it. A lot of times we get on the same page, or I'll communicate with them to put it in my scouting report that this is what we want to do, so that they have an idea way ahead of time. During the game, it's just we're looking at mechanic stuff, making sure we're making pitches we need to make, trying to make adjustments, getting ahead in counts, those kind of things. I really let them control what they feel is best with their strengths, and we try and make it work to our advantage.
Well, Fletch, really appreciate the insight on the Revs pregame show. How's your arm feeling after pitcher's BP today?
Yeah, that was a long one today. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. I'll live, that's for sure.
Putting in a shift late in the season. Well, Fletch, really appreciate the time. Thank you.
No problem. Take care.
All right, Revs pitching coach Paul Fletcher. He was the busiest man in the park yesterday. We'll take a timeout. Mace will join us. Our final Broadway Transmission Managers report of the season is coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, show number 126 here today, and unfortunately this is the last one, but we'll get into last night and the scenario that played out and all of that, but so much adversity this year, whether it was weather, injuries, just all sorts of things. You have a chance today to finish at 10 games over 500. How do you look at this season as a whole?
Well, it's interesting, I guess would be a good way to put it. First of all, let me say, the fan support here has been great all year again, and we appreciate that very much. It's fun to play here. Last night was a really great electric, environment and atmosphere. So the fans here have been great, and the way that they mess with the other team and the different chants that they do and stuff like that. It makes it fun. But other than that, the players, this group of guys that we got here, in this second half especially, they turned our season around. So, it's a shame that we might not have been able to keep everybody here at the beginning of the year and a lot of the injuries that we had. But a lot of teams have lost players too. But, we really came on strong, I thought, as the season has progressed. And, we kept our hat in the ring until last night. So we did a good job, considering we probably had 400 days of DL and workman's comps and all kind of stuff. And we still have players on the DL right now. But, it was an interesting year. It was challenging. I had an old boss that used to say we don't have problems, we have opportunities. So I think that's one way that you look at it. We had a lot of opportunities this year, and we try to take advantage of some of that, and we try to rectify a lot of things. But overall, I'm proud of the effort that the guys gave, and the coaching staff, and the medical people, the front office. It's been another good year overall. Just a shame we couldn't push into the playoffs to get that bonus baseball, as we like to call it, and because I think right now, without a question, we're the best team in the league, and I think everybody in the league knows that. So I think there was a lot of people that gave a big sigh of relief when they saw us not get in as one of these Final Four teams. But our guys gave it all they had, and I appreciate that very much.
Well, can you give the fans a glimpse behind the curtain last night? Obviously, your game gets over, big win, 20 hits, and then you're watching the game in Texas. What was going on out here as guys were watching?
Well, going into the ninth inning, Sugar Land they were down 3-2, 2 outs, and then Derek Norris gets a big base hit to tie the game, and big cheers and hollering came from from the clubhouse area because the guys had the game on out there. They were watching it. And then once it was tied and went into extra innings, everybody kind of was scattering. But when I was out there during the ninth inning when Sugar Land did tie the game, the players were asking me, they said, okay, so what has to happen tomorrow, being today? And I said, well, first of all, Long Island has to lose the game tonight, which was Saturday night. I said, and then we have to lose tomorrow. and they all looked at me like, huh? I said, no, we would have to lose tomorrow, and Long Island would have to lose again. And the reason for that is Long Island and Somerset, they're battling for the division. So if we beat Somerset, that allows Long Island to win the division. So we had to stay at least tied with Long Island for that last wild card spot because we had them on the tiebreaker, and that would allow Somerset to win the division, which would allow the second wild card team in, which would have been us. But with Long Island winning last night, that guaranteed they win the division, and that allowed just one wild card team, which was the Barnstormers.
Well, last night's game, I mean, it was, for the last game that was meaningful for the playoffs, it was a heck of a performance. You had 20 hits offensively. You mentioned the atmosphere was amazing. But what about the pitching? You got to see Wright in a starter's role for the first time. Click was strong finishing it. And in between those two, Mr. Pugliese had an immaculate inning of all things.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good things that happened here last night. I mean, offensively, like you said, with 20 base hits and 11 runs, and I mean, that was fun to watch right there. And we ran ourselves probably out of some extra runs early in the game. We had a couple outs at third base and at least one or two outs at home plate. So that could have been a little bit more, 14, 15 runs at that point. But pitching wise, we had only seen Wright throw the one inning in relief before he started last night, and I mean, he was pretty nasty last night. So guy out there throwing 96, 97 with the off-speed pitches that he had made it really difficult for Somerset to be able to do what they needed to do. And Pugliese, I mean, what can you say? Nine pitches and 3 strikeouts. That you don't see that happen very often either. And then he went out for a second inning, was just as good. So pitching was great. Everything came together, and we won the game that we had to win, which seems really crazy when you say we had to win one game out of the 4, and that's all we could win in order to stay alive for the playoff. But it was a fun night last night all the way around.
Well, as this season is going on, do you start to formulate ideas of, who might be available for next year that's on your current roster, and what you start to look at with that?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I was looking at it last night and this morning, some of the guys that are here and, who we might bring back and who might not, and, some guys who might leave and retire, and, so there's all those things that go into it too. Sometimes it's just not the decision that I want to make as far as who would be on the roster. Sometimes guys make that decision for me, basically saying, hey, I'm done, or I'm going to go back to school, or whatever it is. So, we'll see those things play out here over the next, couple to 3 weeks. I usually like to give everybody some time to decompress and not make emotional decisions, because it is a long year, and sometimes guys, if they feel one way in October or the end of September, and they feel a totally different way in February and March when they start to get the bug where spring is coming around and it's baseball time again. So I think it's important to give guys that decompressed time, and let them go home or wherever and get their life back in order to some degree, and then let them figure out what they want to do.
How do you want to manage today, game number 126?
Same way as I manage them all. We are giving some guys a day off, though, and I mean, we got some guy. Ryan Dent's been out there every day, and I know Ryan's been playing not anywhere near 100%. With some leg stuff he's had going on. Lexi Cassilla's been out there every day. Mitchell's been out there every day. So, we're going to give those guys today off, and we're going to let some of our younger guys play today and give them an opportunity to go out and play and, show what they can do one more time. And, we're going to compete and battle, because, I mean, now, today, it's not like we have to lose a game. We can actually go out and play. But, I'm just going to let the guys play, and as the game unfolds, then we'll just figure out how we'll go from there.
All right, Mace, I guess I'll let you learn until February.
Well, I appreciate everything, and these shows are fun, and I hope the fans enjoy them. And we try to bring some insight here as to what's going on, and try to recap some things from our perspective, which might be a little different than fan perspective sometime. But there's some things that are, like you say, behind the curtain that a lot of people are not aware of, and so it's always a pleasure, and hopefully we'll get back in the playoffs next year. It feels weird. This is our first year in 3 years that we haven't been in, so and it would have been nice to defend the championship with this team that we have here right now. But we'll give us something to shoot for again for next year.
Yep, Mace. Well, I know the fans appreciate it. I appreciate the time every single night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. We're going to listen in now on pregame ceremonies.
Batters in a game on 3 separate occasions. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Revolution Pitcher of the Year, number 16, Mitch Atkins.
Right before we came back, Robert Carson named this year's Corey Thurman Community Player of the Year. Atkins, the pitcher of the year.
Fans, return to one of the greatest contributors to the Revolution's success on the field in 2018. He ranks 4th in the Atlantic League in batting with a .335 average, 3rd with 20 home runs, and enters today tied for the league lead with 88 RBIs. He also leads the league in slugging percentage and extra base hits. Chosen in a landslide vote by the Revs coaching staff, front office, and broadcasters, your 2018 Most Valuable Player, number 29, Melky Mesa.
And as you would imagine, he's all smiles as he comes out. Revs President Eric Menzer, manager Mark Mason down there in the field. And again, it was Robert Carson, the Corey Thurman Community Player of the Year, Mitch Atkins, the Pitcher of the Year, and Melky Mesa down there being honored as the Revs Team Player of the Year. They have his dance going nuts up on the video board as we see him and this entire group perform one last time on the field here in 2018. And I'm sure a lot of these guys, Mace would, as Melky does his dance, a lot of these guys, Mace would, I'm sure, be very interested in bringing back as part of a core for 2019. But we'll see. He's certainly a guy, as are a lot of these guys, that could end up getting a look at spring training somewhere next year. And a lot, like Mace was talking about, a lot of times those decisions are not up to him. It's a matter of who's available when the off season gets going and what opportunities those guys may have. But all three of those gentlemen and really the entire ball club this season representing the organization, the city of York, so well, and they will now pose for a photo with the entire Revs coaching staff down on the field, and we'll stay with it on the PA. The Revs taking the field here shortly for the final time in 2018. We'll have our national anthem, get you the starting lineups here shortly as well, as Carl Bryce will face Rick Teasley in the season finale here today. Revs with an opportunity to finish 10 games over 500 as they go for win number 68 here this afternoon. And originally it would have been Carson on short rest, so he will cede the starting duties to Bryce today. Mace playing a lot of the young guys here in this afternoon's tilt. We'll see Figueroa in there, Castillo in there at short, giving Dent a day off. And Michael, it's a strange day, certainly, but they don't have to try to lose.
Yeah, and the thing about it, look, every game's meaningful in the sense that you're going to go out there and give your best every time, and we're not going to call the game any different because the Revs are out of the playoff contention, but just that feel is different, knowing that, win or loss, regardless of what anyone else does in the league, it's not going to mean anything standings-wise. But it's going to be a fun day of baseball. I personally like the night games a lot more than the day games. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but look, it's a great day for a ball game with all the crap weather we've had. So it's going to be good to see these guys go out there, and I'm really excited to see some of the young guys out there and the way that Mace put together a lineup today.
Well, the Revs have taken the field. Let's listen in on our national anthem here today.
Fans, please rise, remove our cover, and welcome the Hanover High School Troublemakers for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And the Hanover High School Troublemakers with our national anthem here for this season finale here this afternoon. Revs have taken the field. Starting lineups for today's game are brought to you, as always, by Flying Feet. For the Patriots this afternoon, they will have Scott Kelly leading off at second base. Batting second is the shortstop, Alfredo Rodriguez. Ramon Flores in left field will hit third. Cleanup man is the designated hitter, Jace Boyd. Batting fifth and playing third base is Nate Coronado. Jose Sermo at first base is batting sixth. Justin Trapp in right field will hit seventh. Mike Francoso, the center fielder, bats eighth. And batting ninth and catching is Jovan Gonzalez. Again, it is Kelly, Rodriguez, Flores, Boyd, Coronado, Sermo, Trapp, Francoso, and Gonzalez for the Patriots, with Rick Teasley making the start for Somerset. For the Revs this afternoon, they will have Alonzo Harris at second base leading things off. Casilla gets a day off as he put together a fantastic second year in York. Henry Castillo will bat second in the order this afternoon, playing at shortstop. Melky Mesa in left field will bat third as he continues his assault on some league leadership. Talvin Nash at first base is hitting in the cleanup spot. Isaias Tejeda will DH and bat fifth. Wellington Dotel will give Jared Mitchell a day to enjoy as Dotel is in right field hitting sixth. Travis Witherspoon in center field bats seventh. Steven Figueroa at third base will bat eighth. And Tyler Clark rounds it out behind the plate hitting ninth. Again, it's Harris, Castillo, Mesa, Nash, Tejeda, Dotel, Witherspoon, Figueroa, and Clark, with Carl Bryce making the start. Well, the Revs will wear the Navy Revs time jerseys, which are being auctioned off today, so the final time that we'll see those, with the white and gold mixed in. And for the final time in 2018, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch will not happen yet, because the door to the batting cage is open in right field, and Dotel hollering in alerted Bryce to that right as he was mid-windup. Of course, a false start.
Of course, a false start.
Oh, brother. Now Dotel to the rescue.
Always.
And so he'll go shut that. And now, away we go, as Scott Kelly leads things off. And here it is, as Bryce winds and fires, and he just missed inside. We are underway. First pitch coming. I can't see what the board says. Whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty bright out there. 108?
I think so. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Foul ground. Figueroa from third will give it a look. This will sail back into the seats, though, sometime after 1 p.m. believe it was 108. It's a gorgeous day, 84 degrees on the board. A little bit of stray white clouds, but mostly sunny and blue. Wind and the pitch. And he bounced it outside all the way to the backstop. Patriots are in their Navy jerseys as well. Final game that'll be played on this field. They will be replacing that during the offseason. Pitch is inside. It is a 3-1 count. Our plate ump today is Warren Nicholson, Tim Detweiler at first, Bill Reuter at third base. Bryce the pitch, and it's inside, leadoff walk. One of Bryce's best starts was at Somerset, August 18th. Took a one-hit shutout into the fifth, went 4+ innings, giving up just 1 run on 2 hits that night. Been a while since he's started. He did pitch in relief here on Friday night, a scoreless 7th inning, which was his first outing in about a week, little over a week. Here is Alfredo Rodriguez, I guess. Is that him? He takes a strike. He's batting left. That is number 8. So he's trying to bat left-handed today for fun.
Why not?
So the 0-1, Kelly runs and is swinging a foul tip at the plate. He got a piece of it. He most certainly is not listed as a switch hitter, but apparently that's what he's doing today.
You know, I've dabbled with switch hitting when I was playing for a few years, and sometimes I would just go up there lefty in a blowout game or if it was late in the game. And the last time I did it in a baseball game, I got hit, so I didn't even get to hit. Got plunked.
Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Bryce got him on a fastball high and away. I would imagine if you see a guy coming up like that and you're the pitcher, you might take a little exception to that. Bryce fans him. A walk and a strikeout to start his day. You might take that a little personal and say, I'm not going to let this guy hit it. Now 1 down. Here is Ramon Flores. Starts in left field for them. Revs at double play depth. And Bryce a move. Kelly was gone. They have him picked. Run down. Nash will chase towards second. Dumps it off to Castillo, who puts on the tag. 1-3-6, and Kelly is picked off. He is third in Patriot history in stolen bases with 100, but not that time.
It was a great move by Bryce right there, showing what he's got in that department. The Revs have been a really successful team picking off runners this year. I mean, the entire staff, starters and relievers, they've done a good job keeping guys close or even getting them.
Now fastball misses high. It's a 1-0 count on Flores. That was the first pitch Bryce threw him.
Well, Bryce becomes the 8th Revs pitcher this year to pick off a runner.
He's going to go from the stretch. Here's the 1-0. And down and in, almost hit Flores in the feet. That'll skip to the backstop. Bryce going with the old school stirrups today. Base is empty, 2 outs. Breeze picking up out to left field. Bryce fires, and a swing and a pop-up foul back over the third base side roof. Defense behind him, it's Mesa in left, Spoon in center, Dotel in right, infield Figueroa at third, Castillo short, Harris second, Nash at first. Clark does the catching. The 2-1, and that misses down low. Overall, Bryce 0-1, 6.87 ERA coming in. This is start number 5 for him, along with several outings in relief. 3-1, and it's a little bit low. Flores is on base. Overall, it's the 8th appearance total for Bryce this season. So a 2-out base runner, Jace Boyd to the plate. Bryce had not logged a lot of time for a couple weeks stretch. He was focusing on ironing some things out on the side with Fletch. Really, especially the command. First pitch to Boyd, that misses high. And he's got a good arm. That fastball at 90. Boyd DHing today, hitting at .311, 5 home runs, 22 knocked in. A 1-0 pitch, and that's down and away. And Boyd has been on a tear, on base in 24 straight games, .370 the average on that stretch. The 2-0. And there's a fastball strike. And really what the Patriots have needed is some more offense. They added him a little over a month ago. But they do not have much power at all. They're a small ball team with speed. The 2-1. Breaking ball hit him right in the back. That one slipped from Bryce. Boyd knew he wasn't getting out of the way. He turned and wore it. And Fletch will come to the mound here. He might see something really early in this one that hopefully he can help Bryce through with. It's a hit by pitch, first and second. 3 have reached in the inning without a hit. He did have the pickoff of Kelly earlier in the inning, which helps.
Yeah, this is a good use of a mound visit right here. You get a young guy on the final day of the season getting the start. And for guys coming into the league, no prior Atlantic League experience, young guys that may not come here and get a ton of time and reps as much as the veterans here, but Bryce is getting an opportunity today, and it benefits him to be here, even though he's not one of the core guys in this rotation or in the pitching rotation in general, because he gets to work with guys like Fletch and Mace every day.
Now Fletch has his say, and it'll be Nate Coronado batting with 2 on and 2 out. Coronado starting at third. Overall, he's hitting .283, 10 home runs, 7 of those with Somerset, 3 of those against York. First pitch fastball is up and away. Bryce trying to fight through any command issue here in the first inning and keep things scoreless. 1-0, and there's a fastball for a strike on the outer half. Bryce, who turned 25 last month, native of Jackson, Mississippi. Now stares, nods yes, he's ready, and the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Witherspoon out there, angled into right center, drifts back pretty deep, but he's got it. Had it all the way, and it's a scoreless top of the first inning for Carl Bryce. No runs, hits, errors, 2 men left. We played a half inning. It's the Patriots nothing, the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where is the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
No score. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Revs coming to bat against left-hander Rick Teasley, who comes in today. Record of 4-4, 3.46 ERA. as the Revs have Harris, Castillo, and Mesa due to face him. Alonso has come on strong here late in the year. 11-game hitting streak heading in today.
And Alonso said that he goes in slumps after he gets interviewed. I interviewed him about a week and a half ago, and he's hit ever since.
Let's change that tune. I only interviewed him once last year for that same reason.
How'd he hit?
He had a hit that night.
Okay.
Oh yeah, last year he never stopped hitting.
Right.
Here's Teasley's first pitch. It is a called strike. Teasley had been out with a shoulder problem. He's really a big key to their playoff picture. He fires, and a swing and a foul tip to the backstop. Harris up to 291 entering this final day. Had a 2-hit game last night. The Revs as a team had 20. And the 0-2, swinging a foul tip back to the netting again. Another big key to their playoff success, perhaps, is David Kubiak, but the Revs wore him out last night. His return from Mexico. Another 0-2, and a swing and a chopper back to the mound. Teasley coming in to glove it. He'll run to first and underhanded off there. Did it look like Harris had a little more sway to his stance? He was trying to get himself moving a little bit differently there, it looked like.
Yeah, a little bit. You guys trying things out on this final day of the season?
Sunday, fun day. Now here's Henry Castillo, moved up to second in the order today. Alexi Casilla given at least the starting assignment off. Third in the league in hitting at 336 is Casilla. Castillo at 312. What a job he's done since signing. First pitch, it is swung on, chopped to short. Couple big hops to Rodriguez. Gloves, fires low, but Sermo getting the start at first makes the backhand pick. Quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. And here comes Melky Mesa, who has one honor bestowed upon him as of about 15 minutes ago. He's the Revs Team Player of the Year. There is certain to be a postseason All-Star selection. The question is, will there be an Atlantic League Player of the Year selection? I sure hope there is. First pitch is a called strike on him. He enters today 4th in batting, 335, 3rd in homers with 20, tied for the lead with 88 ribbies as he takes inside. And he's done it in way fewer games. He's got 88 driven in just 99 games. Today is his 100th. Blake Galen, meanwhile, has played 125. Here's a line drive, base hit, right center field. He's got a hit in his first at-bat today. A sharp single over the second baseman, Kelly, and Melky Mesa with another hit as he dances it off over at first base.
It's a good start. There's no way Melky was coming into this game and taking an over. There's just no way. And I'm looking at the lineup earlier today before the game, and I'm seeing that Casilla's not in there, getting the day. You never know, he could come in and pinch hit or whatnot, but I'm thinking Mesa, that dude's definitely going out there and getting at least 2 hits.
He will finish hitting safely in his final 5 games. Here's Nash, who fouls the first one against the net. He's up there hacking. Telvin hitting at 346, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs in just 38 games. And the Revs have gone 26 and 14 since they got Nash and Harris together August 4th. Pitch here is fouled against the netting.
Nash is getting one today. He's getting one, I'm telling you. Great day for a ball game.
He's out here too.
Some sunshine, a little clouds, not really much wind, but he's getting one.
Revs, when they got those two back, they went from playing at about 500 to about 667. Pitch, swing, and he fouls it. Look out, up toward the top of the first base side. Late swing, protecting with 2 strikes. Right under the overhang of the upper deck. Telvin, one of the all-time greats here in York. Tejeda on deck, one of those as well. The lineup full of them, but unfortunately, it ends today for this season. Here's a backdoor slider. Teasley walking off the mound, trying to help make that call, but it's called a ball, 1-2.
That's off the plate right there. You saw where Gonzalez's glove was. That's a little bit off.
We got 2 quick outs, then the Mesa single. No score here in the first inning. Nash waggles the bat, cocks the wrist a little. Pitch is swung on, looped it short, but this will be right to Rodriguez, the shortstop. He puts it away, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We've played 1 today in the season finale. Revs and Patriots scoreless.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the second inning, no score, as we weren't quite ready. The bubble balls have to be taken off into the storage in right field. Now we're set to go. And Sermo digs in. Bryce back to the windup to begin the second inning. And his first pitch swung on and missed as Sermo went up in the zone with him and could not connect. It's one of Somerset's late season ads. With the 0-1. And he cues it right along the line at third, just foul. Figueroa backhanded, lunging across into foul ground, and he made a throw all arm that was right on the money. But third base ump Bill Reuter hollering foul. I don't know if Sermo slowed down. The throw beat him. He might have slowed down, but a great effort from Figueroa, who with the switch hitter batting left was off the line at third base. He had to go way over. That was hugging the line the whole way. The pitch, swing and a miss, blew him away. Fastball at 90 from Bryce. And there's no doubt he's got life on his stuff. But he's a young guy looking to iron out the command, get consistent with that. Has a chance, though, to finish on a very positive note here today.
Yeah, it was a great pitch right there, and he's showing some promise in this game.
One down, here is Justin Trapp, the K-man. First pitch, breaking ball, there's a strike, as Bryce is maybe starting to get comfortable today. Had 2 walks, a hit batter in the first, but worked around it. Down the wind and the pitch. Swinging a foul tip, that nailed Clark in the face mask. They'll give him a moment, as if he needs something else here this season. All these players, the catchers especially, deserve a couple of weeks on the couch with some ice. Bryce ahead, 2 strikes. Here's the wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He gets the K-man on a high fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bryce here in the second inning, and he's got 3 already.
There's that high fastball again. Carl is really on when he's got that fastball working. Trusting the velocity, trusting the location with it. That's another good pitch.
At 2 down, here is Mike Francoso. He was last night's K-man. Austin Wright took care of that early on. No score, second inning. First pitch is popped in the air, foul down the left field side. Francoso hitting .267, couple homers, 46 knocked in. Now they set up in. Here's the 0-1, and it missed way out as that sails to the backstop. Little shoulder shrug from Bryce. That's not a bad thing to let the hitters know that you might occasionally miss way off your spot. Keep them on their toes. 1-1 the count. And he winds, fires, swinging a soft liner at second just over the reach of Harris, and the Patriots have their first hit. Hit off the end of the bat, but out of the reach of Alonso. 2-out single. That'll, if nothing else, turn the lineup over. Gonzalez, the 9th place hitter coming up. Patriots got Gonzalez back recently. He's had an injury-riddled season, hitting .251. First pitch is up high. I guess when they acquired Nestor, they probably didn't know what they might have been able to get from Gonzalez going toward the postseason, but now they have both of those guys as options. Pitch is right there for a ball. What the heck was wrong with that?
Who knows?
Well, he missed that one. 2-0. And Bryce fires. And that just missed, down in the way.
We get this crowd pretty hype if he could strike out the side here. Get out of this inning unscathed.
Trying to come back from 3-0. He deals. And there's a strike. Scott Kelly on deck, back at the top of their lineup. Bryce the stretch. 3-1. And it's a shade low. Another close one. But it's ball 4 on Gonzalez. It is the 3rd walk early on. Well, the playoff picture is set. Unfortunately, we're not happy to pass that along, but it will be Sugarland at Lancaster on Tuesday night with remnants of Florence coming up this way, so good luck with that. And then Wednesday night, good luck with that.
Some remnants of Hurricane Karma might be rolling through as well.
First pitch to Kelly.
Heard that one might be sliding up the East Coast.
It's a curveball for a strike.
You might find it down in Sugarland too.
Oh, she can be nasty. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a ground ball left side that'll get through into the outfield, a base hit. They're sending Francoso. The throw from Mesa beats him. He's nailed at the plate. Tyler Clark puts the tag on him, and we stay scoreless here in the early going. Melky Mesa with a perfect one-hop strike from left field, and Francoso is nailed for the final out. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. All the fielders and Bryce wait to greet Melky coming in with that superb throw from the outfield. We go to the bottom of the second innings, still no score.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lots into playgrounds. Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at wealthofknowledgeyork.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score thanks to Melky Mesa throwing out Francoso attempting at the plate. And it'll be Tejeda leading off, the home second. He DHs today. Here's the first pitch from the lefty Teasley. It's a called strike. Tejeda at 319 entering the final day in his limited action. 2 homers, 21 driven in. Last night 3 for 4, 2 doubles, drove in 3. Pitch is right there for a called strike 2. He also scored 3 last night. He will end the year having played in 22 games, and he enters today with 21 driven in. It's a shame the Revs had to be without him for over a month. The 0-2, swinging a high chop toward the middle. Rodriguez at short, gloves it behind second. On the run, he'll toss it across to first in time to get Tejeda. So 3 of the 4 outs for Teasley have been topped into the ground. With 1 down, Wellington Dotel coming up. Dotel capping a great first year in York. Today makes his 4th start of the year in right field. Enters the day 8th in the league in hitting at 308. With the Revs 318. First pitch, he breaks his bat, loops a pop-up to second. Kelly is there. He'll squeeze it two-handed. And quickly 2 away for Teasley. The Revs are certainly up there looking to hack. They are not looking to draw walks here today.
No, they're not. I mean, last day of the season, you going up there trying to hack. And for the Revs, look, nothing to lose. Also, again, it doesn't mean anything in the standings. So they're just going to go out there and have fun and do what they do.
Here's Witherspoon wrapping up his 3rd year in York. First pitch is in for a strike. Trav hitting at 246, 6 homers, 26 driven in. Teasley with the pitch. And a backdoor cutter called strike. He's got a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, cutter, circle change, slider. There's the 0-2. Swinging a foul back over the roof. 27-year-old lefty. Last year, he went 7-2 with a 2.85 ERA. 14 outings, 10 starts. And he fires upstairs on Witherspoon. Mid-season in July, he was purchased by the China Trust brothers to play in Taiwan. He fires. Oh, it hit Witherspoon. Cutter that started in and kept going in until it clunked off his front arm. A hit by pitch. And he'll hand off the bat to the bat boys. Steven Figueroa coming up as the inning continues.
I was excited to see Steven in the lineup today, a guy who came in right away, started hitting for this team. He's only played in 5 games, but he's done exactly what they asked for. Kind of needed him as an emergency fill-in in the infield for a weekend, but he still produced coming off the bench, whatever it is. Young kid, just hungry for an opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it.
9 for 18. First pitch from the lefty is up high. 2 doubles, 2 driven in, 4 scored. Had a 3-hit game in his debut. Nice score here in the second inning. 1-0, breaking ball up and in. There are a couple of times this year where the Revs roster-wise were really in a severe pinch. And a few weeks back when they first acquired Figueroa, that was one of those times, and he has opened some eyes. Spoon held at first, and a snap throw over. He dives back under the tag.
Spoon hasn't played a lot lately since Harris has come back, just because of the crowded outfield picture and infield picture, for that matter. With Harris can move into the infield and Spoon go to the outfield, but there's just a lot of guys that need time, and Spoon hasn't played as much lately, but he's really fun to watch, an electric talent.
Pitch to Steven, he lines it to short, right at Rodriguez, though, and he'll catch it to end the inning. So Figueroa, another line drive. This one, though, is caught. No runs, hits, errors, 1 man left. We've played 2 innings today. Revs and Patriots scoreless in the season finale.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the new WOIK app.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOIK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion, York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK, York.
Out of the third inning, no score. Take a look at our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Revs have been ravaged by the disabled list, unfortunately, this season. Injuries, even those that didn't make it all the way to the DL, but Luis Cruz ending the year with the hamate bone injury. Revs also with tendonitis issues from pitchers Jonathan Sanchez, Junior Rincon, elbows with Jay Goss, Frank DeGiulio Jr. It's our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez, who fouls the first one back, and he will bat right-handed as the switch hitting experiment only lasted 1 at bat. He struck out in the first. Former Maryland Terp as Bryce deals, and a swing and a pop-up. Nash at first, going into foul ground toward the stands and out of room. He was ready to lean in, but it lands about 3 rows deep. 2, 3, 4 in the order. Against Bryce, who's allowed 2 hits, 3 walks, but he's struck out 3. No runs. Now winds, fires. and misses high. Rodriguez played in the Brewers system. After his college career at Maryland. Pitch, it is up high. Never missed a game at Maryland. Frontier League for a couple of years, never missed a game there. 2-2, swinging a ground ball, smack foul past his third base coach, Glenn Barker. 17th round pick of Milwaukee in 2012. He made it to Single A, and then a couple of years in the Frontier League before Somerset. Pitch, and it dives down and away, a breaking ball, 3-2. Had a fine year this year. Pitch is up and in, ball 4. So the fourth walk issued by Bryce, but he has not been a guy that's given up a lot of hits. And we'll go after Ramon Flores now with the leadoff man on base. Rodriguez, by the way, hit .257 last year, and he's up over .300 this year, so he's been big part of their success. Here's Flores, first pitch. It is swung on, fouled away, left field side. And with the Revs unfortunately being eliminated last night, it means that it is Lancaster and Sugar Land. The Patriots will play the Ducks in the Liberty Division Series again. And it is an annual get-together in September, it seems.
When was the last time it wasn't those two?
Oh, man. I think it's been the last 3 years. First pitch, or the next pitch, popped up foul. This will get out of play as well. Third base side. Man, I'll have to think on that. Maybe 2014. Long Island missed the playoffs that year. So definitely then. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. Third base side again. He's playing pepper with the roof. Walked his first time. 2014, we had happen what almost happened this year. 3 teams from the Freedom made it. And it was York, Lancaster, and Sugar Land that year. Another 0-2. Swinging a rip right side, a base hit. As Rodriguez goes up to second, he'll stop there. Flores singles, first and second with nobody out. 2014, the Revs finished the season in Sugar Land with a week-long series. And then on the final day, didn't know where they would be headed. It was depending on who would win the second half and who would become a wild card, but we knew who all was in. Here's Jace Boyd. First pitch fastball is a called strike. The Revs were the first half champs. Sugar Land ended up winning the second half, so York stayed in Texas for another half week, played the Skeeters, and it was Lancaster who, as the wild card, played Somerset. Here's a swing and a miss. Breaking ball from Bryce. It's 0-2. Boyd hit by a pitch in the first inning. Bryce could use an out here. First 2 men have reached. The 0-2. Fastball misses outside. No score here in the top of the third inning. Now he's ready and delivers. Swinging a line drive to shallow right and in front of Dotel. Had to play it on a hop. Bases will be loaded with nobody out, and it looked like he was going to have a play. He was thinking about it, whether to dive or slide or figure out where it was going to come down. Ended up playing it on a bounce to be safe. And they are loaded for Nate Coronado.
You really have to commit right away on that one if you're going to come in hard and either try to run through it or make the dive or play it on a hop. He caught it a bit in between, but is still able to take it to the side and make the play, hold everybody to one base.
Now loaded, first pitch, swing and a pop foul, back out of play. Coronado flied to deep right center his first time. Bryce trying to keep things scoreless. And the pitch. Swing and a broken bat pop fly, shallow right center. Harris is over. He'll call off Dotel, makes the grab. He'll fire it home. Going to try to send him. Clark the tag, and he's out! At home plate, Rodriguez thrown out trying to score. And the Revs with an outfield assist in back-to-back innings. This time it's Witherspoon who gets off that throw. I said Harris, who's at second today. I'm so used to seeing him out there. Spoon got behind it, heaves it home, and on one hop nails Rodriguez trying to tag and score.
Never a doubt. As soon as that ball was hitting the shallow right center, I'm thinking Spoon's gunning him down at the plate. He made an excellent throw.
Outstanding. And Clark, he had to catch it maybe half a step to the first base side of the plate, but he received it. And lightning quick with the hands, got that tag down. Here's Sermo. He swings, pops one up foul, back and out of play. So a double play on the fly out and the throw out at home. And Bryce can see his way out of the inning, first and third with 2 outs. And the pitch. Fastball, called strike at the knees, inside corner. Witherspoon with his 3rd outfield assist of the year. Last inning, Mesa picked up his 5th, tying Jared Mitchell for the team lead.
It's the 2nd time the Revs have had 2 outfield assists in one game.
Now runner goes from first, pitch misses low, no throw. It's a steal for Boyd.
The last time Revs outfielders combined for 2 assists in one game, it was on August 7th against the Bees here. Want to take a guess at who they were?
August 7th against the Bees. Mesa and Witherspoon.
Yep, that's who it was. Those 2 again.
Here's a called 3rd strike, and Bryce with a 2-seamer, I believe, that froze Sermo. Something moved late, had some different movement than what we've seen. It might have been a slider down. The way Clark was set up, I couldn't tell which way it moved other than downward, but it froze Sermo, and it's an inning-ending strikeout, his 4th. Through 3 scoreless innings. Got some help from the defense again. 2 hits, but 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still scoreless.
Get your tailgate on at Rutter's with Jumbo Chicken Wings. For a limited time, Rutter's VIPs earn triple rewards. 3 cents off per gallon of gas by purchasing delicious Jumbo Chicken Wings. Choose from 8 different mouth-watering flavors, including Old Bay and Buffalo Hot Sauce. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith, Mayer & Little, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at wealthofknowledgeyork.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dan Patrick Show.
Johnny Manziel had his debut. He's playing in a spring league. He has comeback shoes. Have you seen this? He came out with his own line of shoes. He's selling shoes and hats. It's comeback stuff. He's got to lay low. Like, don't make everything a business opportunity. Like, I just want quiet. I just want him playing.
Dan Patrick. Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Pastrami, sausage, turkey bacon, green peppers. Choose from over 30 toppings for Rutter's breakfast sandwiches. For a limited time, you can get 2 breakfast sandwiches for only $5 and earn 2 cents off per gallon of gas. Rutter's offers you breakfast all day long. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
score still as Tyler Clark leads off the home third. Foul tip back to the netting on Teasley's first offering. And the Revs defense with outfield assists from Mesa and Witherspoon. And Bryce's pitching have denied the Patriots, who have stranded 2 in every inning. Pitch to Clark, a swing and a miss. Fastball. Tyler getting the start behind the plate today to wrap up the year. His second year in the league, first in York. And Teasley winds, fires, and a backdoor cutter, strike 3 call. That was a perfect pitch. And Teasley with his first strikeout of the day. Revs baseball brought to you in part by Wise Markets, York Water Company, and Twin Pine Country Farm Store. We go back to the top of the order, and Alonzo Harris grounded back to the mound his first time. Revs being out hit 4-1, but the game is scoreless. And Teasley's pitch, it is over for a strike. Teasley, we mentioned, coming back from a shoulder problem. The 0-1, and a swing and a loop to left center, falling. That's in for a hit. Alonzo with a knock. A bloop off the end of the bat, but that works. And he's a one-out base runner on the knock.
Keeping that hitting streak going, 12 games to end the season.
Revs just ran out of time, Michael.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, this team's rolling right now. I mean, it's them, then there's just a layer of space, and then the rest of the league right now, the way these teams are playing headed into the postseason.
Yep, that does not make it any easier to swallow, but...
No, it makes it worse.
Yeah. Here's Henry Castillo, 1 on, 1 out. He grounded to short his first time. First pitch, fastball, it's a strike on the inside corner. Alonzo will end it on a 12-gamer.
Keep that going next year.
Yeah. Will end this year tied for the 3rd longest on the team this season. The 0-1, and a swing and a punch shot off the bat handle at second. One hop, Kelly quickly off to short. Back to first in time. Castillo didn't get out of the box very well, and it's a 4-6-3 double play on the jam shot, one hopper to second. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We'll go to the 4th. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs and Patriots scoreless.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the 4th inning from PeoplesBank Park. Michael Marcantonini back on the broadcast, taking over on the play-by-play. I'm joined by Brett Petrak. Brett, thanks for hopping in. doing some color in the booth for me here in the fourth.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, I appreciate the opportunity. It's been fun doing all the high school stuff, but always happy to come on and do some baseball as well.
Carl Bryce back to work in the top of the fourth inning. No runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Patriots. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Revs. It's 7-8-9 Trap Francoso Gonzalez for the Revs in the fourth. Trap 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch of the inning, line into left field. That's right at Melky Mesa. He makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out for Carl Bryce. And a big out for Carl working into his 4th inning now. So, Brett, you filled in for me the day that I was down in Aberdeen filling in for the Ironbirds. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was my first time doing play-by-play for baseball for the Revs. So, it was new to me, but it was a lot of fun. And, to be able to call or be part of the call for Mark Mason's 400th win was a really cool opportunity. And, I'm sure this is a lot of fun, but that was your first call in affiliated ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it was. First pitch to the 8-hitter Francoso is a strike on the outside corner. That was a ton of fun, and you've done some football play-by-play, and you've done a lot with the radio station, but obviously a great opportunity for you to hop on the broadcast with Darryl that day. A 1 pitch fastball, top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-2.
So what did how did you prepare? Completely different team, a team you didn't see at all, being Aberdeen. How long did it take you to prepare for that game?
Well, I relied on their game notes a lot, which I was thankful for, and from doing the game notes all year, I know how important those are. The 0-2 to Francoso is in for a foul ball as he fouls it back. Count stays at 0-2. Still no score, top of the 4th inning in the final game of the season for the Revs. It's the Revs and Pats, and when you're on the flip side really needing those notes from another team, you learn to appreciate them even more. 0-2 pitch, fastball misses high and outside, 1-2. Well, I knew Darryl was taking the innings off. He's got his fam here for the final day of the season, so I was like, I'm going to ask Brett to hop on. He's done enough for this station a lot. See if he wants to take a couple innings, and I'm glad you did. 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul ball. That was 1-2 pitch, actually, and the count stays at 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always happy. Like I said, always happy to hop on, get some more experience. And, we're going to miss you here. So I'm glad I got to have some experience with you now that, the season, unfortunately, after last night, is going to have to wrap up today.
1-2 pitch coming up to Francoso. 1 out in the inning, no one on. Bryce, the leg kick to pitch, fouled off again left side, and Francoso hanging in there. Francoso back in center today. He was there last night, was at first base in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Friday, and left field in Game 1, so he moves around for this club. Was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts last night. Took a hat trick. Clark wants it low and in. The 1-2 from Bryce. Fastball on the inside corner, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Carl Bryce. He's rung up at least 1 batter in all 4 innings so far. 2 up, 2 down for the right-hander here in the 4th. Still no score in the game, and Bryce is cooking on the mound. How about what you've seen from Bryce so far today, Brett?
Yeah, it's been great. He's had some starts where he struggled, but he's flashed brilliance, and we're getting to see it today. Going out with a bang per se. Closing our season strong. Knock on wood, he keeps it up.
There's the 9-hitter Jovan Gonzalez, takes a strike on the outer half. The count goes to 0-1.
And there's been a lot of young guys that have come in here, guys that you really haven't heard of, not a lot of Atlantic League or professional experience, that have done really, really well for this team, and Bryce is definitely one of them.
A foul ball from Gonzalez. As Bryce gets another one over, the count 0-2. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning is Carl Bryce. He does not have one of those yet in the ball game. The Mississippi native in his first go-around in the Atlantic League, making his 8th overall appearance on the season. The 0-2 two-out pitch just a bit off the plate. Clark held it there, but he did not get the call. Great day for baseball, though, Brett. Can't ask for anything more than that after all the rain we've had this year.
No, last night was fantastic weather, and it carried over till today. A little alarming in the beginning of the week with weather, but great today.
Bryce's 0-2, or his 1-2 pitch misses low and outside again. That was a slider from Bryce. Just 24 years old. Spent last season with the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, earlier this year with the Empire League's New York Bucks. 1-2 pitch again, inside outswing down the first base line, a fair ball past Nash. He was playing off the line. It gets into the Revs bullpen. Digging for 2 is Gonzalez. Dotel has to play it with somebody moving a chair out of the way down there. He throws into second, but not in time. Stand-up 2-out double for Jovan Gonzalez. So no 1-2-3 inning for Bryce. A good piece of hitting the other way. for Gonzalez. Brett, since it is the final day of the season, we can't go off the air without talking about some great memories from the year. But for you, in your role with the team, doing kind of the business side of things, but also being involved with the radio station and hopping on a broadcast, well, what's been a couple of the best moments for you this year?
Definitely last night, I would say, and kind of recent, I guess, so maybe there's a bias there, but seeing the stadium fully packed, getting to see area cheerleaders being able to perform for their family and friends, that was really nice. You just look at those opportunities to really experience what is Atlantic League baseball, and that's putting on a great show. We have some tremendous athletes, but putting on a great show, having everyone together, and just leaving with a sense of really family feel is what I like the most about this league, especially when you win 10-2. That helps too, if that was the score.
Blowout win for the Revs last night. 20 hits in the game. Scott Kelly is in the box now for the Patriots. The leadoff man, he is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Was picked off first in the first inning. Man on second and 2 outs in a scoreless game, top of the fourth inning. Bryce set on the mound, waiting for the sign from Clark. And the pitch, tapper foul, third base side. And the count goes to, 2-1, Brett? Is that what it says?
2-1. Okay. And the sun makes it a little tough to see on the scoreboard.
I don't know how Darryl sees. I'm in Darryl's seat right now. You're in where I usually sit. I don't know how he sees the scoreboard during day games out here, because the lights aren't that bright out in the ball and strike spots. Next pitch from Bryce, line drive past Castillo at short into left center field. That's going to get past Mesa and go all the way to the warning track. Gonzalez comes in to score. The Patriots take a 1-0 lead. A 2-out RBI double from Scott Kelly. He stays hot. Back-to-back doubles for the Pats. And they've done all this with 2 outs. They lead at 1-0 in the fourth.
And I always appreciate you asking about my highlights here, but on the booth and on the call, you've probably seen some great games, and even getting to travel on the road a little bit with the squad as well when they've gone away. What do you think is some of the memories you're going to have as you look to continue your career elsewhere?
Well, I think the main thing for me was getting to call a full game when Darryl had to head back to York when we were in Southern Maryland. His third child was on the way, and he had to come back for that, so I got the solo call, was pressed into spot start duty. That was a lot of fun. That'll probably be the main highlight of my year broadcasting wise, is the 2-hitter Alfredo Rodriguez takes a ball in the inside corner. It's 1-0. 1-0 Pats, top of the fourth. Kelly out at second after the RBI double, 2 down in the inning. Getting to call the first triple play in Revs history the other day was pretty fun as well. That during the Road Warriors series.
And then I saw you out there taking a couple hacks with the pitchers. Obviously for pitchers, BP, hitting from both sides of the plate. Do you consider yourself a natural switch hitter?
I wasn't a full switch hitter when I was playing, but I do have a solid natural lefty swing, and one where I can, just do that from time to time, go up and grab a bat and take some hacks from both sides. And Bryce missed with that last pitch to Rodriguez. 1-0 Somerset lead, top of the fourth. Kelly out at second with 2 down. Revs looking to get out of the frame. Pitch from Bryce, fastball right there for strike 2. And Bryce 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. But that's all was fun. I mean, you're out there shagging some balls. You were taking some cuts as well throughout the day. And was it a couple weeks ago, there was another outing where we were all out on the field. A check swing, appeal down to first, and the first base umpire, who is it today? That is Tim Detweiler down there. And he's going to say that Rodriguez went around. So 2 strikes now on the shortstop. Kelly still out at second with 2 down. Bryce looking for the ender. 2 strikes on the batter, Rodriguez, in a 1-0 game. Pitch from Carl, slider on the inside corner, another punch out. 6 strikeouts in the game for the right-hander. He's through 4 solid innings. The Patriots do take a 1-0 lead, but Carl Bryce looks good through 4. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, see if the Revs can get that run back. It's the Patriots 1, and the Revs coming to bat with none.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
Hi, this is Steve Navaroli. Join me Saturday mornings at 9 for Central PA Game Day, presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Tune in each week as we break down the latest in high school sports, including Friday night's big games, the week's top performers, and the rest of the sports scene, both locally and nationally. Central PA Game Day, presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Saturdays at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning from PeoplesBank Park. 1-0 Patriots as Melky Mesa steps into the batter's box to start the bottom of the fourth against left-hander Rick Teasley. It's Mesa, Nash, Tejeda, 3-4-5. Michael Marcantonini alongside Brett Petrek in the booth. Brett getting a middle relief spot start here, coming in, filling on color. Brett, I appreciate the time coming on the broadcast today. First pitch to Melky to start the inning is fouled off, and Brett, no stranger to the booth. How's that high school football coverage going this year? You and Gareth Hissong been doing a great job calling those games this year.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, they take high school football really seriously around here, so it's something that you admire, being someone in the booth. So it's been a lot of fun in my first year to see it live, and really, we see how dedicated our fans here our fans are here for the York Revolution, and it kind of just really makes their name for just the city of York. You have York High over there having a great year, Red Lions, Central York, all those fans are great, and it's a lot of fun.
0-2 pitch to Mesa, slider misses high and away, ball one. Well, Mesa, a lot to play for today. He already has a single. He's 1 for 1 in his first at-bat. He's tied right now with Blake Galen, 88 RBIs for the Atlantic League lead, to see if he can win the RBI crown as he flicks one foul down the right field line. That'll get out of play. And he came into today fourth in the league in hitting at 335. His teammate Alexi Casilla 336 ahead of him. Craig Massey was not playing today for the Patriots at 337, and Jordani Valdespine of the Ducks 338. So those four bunched up, all four with a chance to win the batting title. Mesa at 337 right now after his first hit today. 1-2 pitch to him was a ball low. Teasley thought that was strike three, and Warren Nicholson just staring back at him, saying, "Hey, get back on the mound, buddy."
And Mesa's had an amazing year. I got to see Alonzo Harris in his Atlantic League MVP year last year. That was great. But Mesa, you give him an extra week, couple weeks he missed in the beginning of the year, he would be up there too for MVP as well.
Mesa chases a slider on the inner half of the plate. He goes down on the 2-2 breaking ball. Teasley does get the punch out. So Mesa retired on strikes. Just the second strikeout of the game for Teasley, who's worked 3 1/3 scoreless so far. Brings up Telvin Nash, the first baseman. Melky, now heading back to the dugout, was awarded the Revs Player of the Year award earlier before the game. Mitch Atkins got the Pitcher of the Year. Robert Carson, the Community Player of the Year award. Corey Thurman award. As Nash takes a ball off the plate, 1-0. Revs down 1-0, bottom of the fourth inning. Nash at the dish. This is a guy who's due for a long ball, a gap, or something. 1-0 pitch to Telvin. Yanks the changeup foul into the seats down the left field line. Well, Brett, you saw him last year in the Revs championship year. 16 homers in 48 games last year, 9 homers this year in less than 40 games. It's pretty impressive what this guy can do with a bat.
Yeah, you talk about guys you wish you had earlier, and Nash is one of them. He hit the biggest home run in Revs history last year and was off to a really hot start this year as well. Just wish you had him in the earlier months to see if he could string together possibly an MVP season again. But him, Mesa, Carson, all these guys have been amazing, and you can only hope to retain, let's say, 75% of the team. But the nature of this league, it makes it tough.
1-2 now on Nash after a foul ball off his foot. Pitch from Teasley, slider on the outside corner, called strike three. Nash did not like the call, and he might have a reason to complain. That looked a little bit low and outside, but Nash is rung up. And Brett, one of the things with Nash is he is not seeing very many fastballs at all. I mean, for probably the past 2 weeks or so, it has been at least 80% breaking balls to him.
Well, yeah, when you look at his first game, just hitting 2 home runs, then hitting 2 more in his first 5 games, pitchers were going to know. You know, they read the game notes or just see or hear around the league. They're obviously going to know, hey, if we throw Telvin a fastball, we're gonna get ourselves into trouble. So, you know, you can't pitch around them because the lineup's so deep, but you can't afford to throw them fastballs either.
2 outs and no one on. Here's Isaias Tejeda getting the day off from behind the dish. He is DHing in this one in the 6th hole. Fouled the first pitch off. It's 0-1. Revs down 1-0 with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Tejeda was 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored in last night's 11-2 win over the Patriots. Back-to-back multi-RBI games. He has 5 ribbies in the series. 0-1 pitch coming from the southpaw Teasley, and that hit Tejeda or his bat. Home plate umpire Warren Nicholson, I believe, is going to say that it hit Tejeda's bat, the knob of his bat. And that one's always close, Brett, whether it hits the knob of the bat or if it hits the guy's hand. And now it looks like Gonzalez, the Patriots catcher, is shaken up.
Yeah, when you really don't expect it when it takes that funky hop. I don't know where it caught him, but might have caught him in the hand. Looks like that's where the trainer's checking him out at. But yeah, the weird plays like that, it's hard enough to hit a baseball when you're trying to, let alone having to hit the knob of your bat unintentionally.
Well, right now, Yovan Gonzalez, the catcher for the Patriots, is down. Phil Lee, their athletic trainer, looking at his hand, kind of feeling for maybe if that ball got a bone or something. Brett Jody, their manager, out as well. Gonzalez looks like he's going to stay in the game, but I think the foul ball from Tejeda went off his hand before it ricocheted. They're going to give Teasley a warm-up toss to throw to Gonzalez to see if he's okay. Oh, they're going to throw him the ball so he can throw it. It's his throwing hand that was the issue, and he says he's all right. It's always rough to see a catcher go down, regardless of the severity of the injury, but you know those guys take a beating back there.
Yeah, from soft tissue to bones, too, with balls bouncing off their hands and stuff like that, and just the repetitive wear, of your knees of having to squat for 9 whole innings. It's tough. I could never do it.
2 strikes on Tejeda, the pitch. He flicks this one to the right side, a pop-up in the infield. The first baseman, Sermo, makes the grab out between first and second, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Rick Teasley. He's thrown 4 shutout frames so far, and we'll go to the top of the 5th with the Revs down 1-0.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, First in York, First in Sports.
Top of the 5th inning from PeoplesBank Park. It's the Patriots 1 and the Revs 0 on the final day of the 2018 regular season. Michael Marcantonini and Brett Petrek in the booth. Carl Bryce is done after 4 strong innings, gave up just 1 run on 6 hits. He struck out 6 batters, and really through 4 innings, just a really strong performance. Probably the best outing for Bryce this year in his 8th appearance. Through 82 pitches, 50 of them for strikes. Now, pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It's the 37-year-old veteran Highland Piguero taking over on the mound. And Brett, how about that job that Carl Bryce did today?
Yeah, he was awesome. It was good to see. Last start here for the Revs for this season. No one knows what he's going to do next year yet. It's too early to tell. But good to see him really firing out, throwing fastballs. And his off-speed stuff looked good. Getting a couple guys on sliders to strike out. It was a good performance for him and something he'll be proud of.
Well, Piguero's first pitch of the game is a fastball that misses inside to Ramon Flores, the 3-hitter and left fielder for the Patriots. Flores, Boyd, Coronado, 3-4-5. Flores a walk and a single in his first 2 plate appearances today. Piguero, the veteran, delivers the 1-0. That's a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1, 1-1. Piguero on the season 2-5 with a 4.76 ERA. This is appearance number 47 for him. Appearance number 35 with the Revs. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, nasty changeup low and away, 1-2. Piguero started the year with the Road Warriors, a journeyman, has spent almost 2 decades in professional baseball. This is a guy who could retire at the end of the season, so this might be his last game in professional baseball. If it is, we wish Highland all the best, and awesome to have him here. As he gets a punch out right there, a slider, swing and miss from Flores, inside corner. Flores went after it. Piguero starts his first inning here off today with a punch out. 7 strikeouts now in the game for Revs pitching. Good start for Highland there, Brett.
Yeah, and not taking any time either. He's up and down. He's catching it and firing, and he's got some good stuff too. He got the fastball at 90, but that changeup, even when I called the game with Darryl, that changeup, getting to see it firsthand, it's pretty nasty when it comes in at 83, 84.
First pitch to Jace Boyd, the DH, is a fastball that misses off the plate. 91 on the gun from Highland. Revs down 1-0, top of the 5th. Piguero, a guy who spent parts of 2 seasons in the major leagues with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's been to the highest level in his pro career. 1-0 pitch, slider on the outside corner for a strike, evens the count up at 1. The Revs have gotten a lot of good outings out of Piguero this year, a guy who has gone 4 innings multiple time in relief. He's gone 2 innings almost regularly. When you need him for only 1, he's been on quite a bit. 1-1 slider misses low and away. 2-1 the count now. Jace Boyd DHing today. Hit an RBI double in last night's ball game. Went 2 for 4 with a single in that RBI double in the first inning. Revs were trailing 1-0 going into the bottom of the first last night, but they never looked back after getting 3 in the first. They won at 11-2. 1 out and no one on. The 2-2 pitch to Boyd, that's foul back. Count remains 2-2. These 2 teams were scoreless today through 3. Partly because Melky Mesa threw out a runner at the plate to end the second. Travis Witherspoon on an 8-2 double play threw out a runner coming home with the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. That preserved the shutout at the time, but the Pats got 1 off Bryce in the 4th. Now the 2-strike pitch to Boyd, a little bit off the plate. Warren Nicholson calls that one a ball. And the count runs full on Jace Boyd. Now Piguero waiting for the sign from Tyler Clark. We'll see what they come with for the payoff pitch. Here it is, slider just a bit off the plate. And Warren Nicholson just not giving that outside corner to Highland Piguero here in the inning.
Now, a little bit outside, a little bit high maybe on that last one, but get out to the early start, you want to get that back, so Piguero's going to look to bounce back on this batter, no doubt.
Here's Nate Coronado in at 3rd base tonight, did not play in last night's ball game. It's 1-0 Patriots, top of the 5th inning. They have 6 hits, the Revs only 2. It's Boyd on first with 1 out, and the pitch to Coronado misses inside for a ball. Coronado was the man that hit into that 8-2 double play when Spoon threw Alfredo Rodriguez out at the plate in the 3rd inning. Coronado started his Atlantic League season with the Lancaster Barnstormers. They sent him to the Can-Am League, and then pretty much right when he was sent to the Can-Am League, the Patriots brought him back to the Atlantic League. 1-0 pitch to him, fastball misses a little outside, so again Piguero tries to go outside, but does not get the call. Coronado, a native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Got to believe he's a Birds fan.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Now Piguero set on the mound. 1-1 pitch, fastball. That one right down the chute for strike 2, 1-2. Runner at first with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Revs down 1-0. Like you said, Brett, you would hope he's an Eagles fan. Well, Mike Antonini, who's a Philly native, left-hander for the Patriots, he's a Packers fan.
Huh.
And I asked him yesterday what that's like being a Packers fan in Philly. This one's popped up foul territory. First base side, Telvin Nash makes the catch on the looping pop-up for out number 2. Peguero gets Coronado. 2 outs and a man on first now for Jose Sermo, the first baseman.
Did you do an interview? Did Mark Antonini do an interview with Mike Antonini?
That would be the case, and I go by Michael, when I'm on the air, and he goes by Mike. But yesterday for the interview, I introduced it as Mark Antonini talking to Mike Antonini. Had to.
Yeah, you had to at that point. You're both from how far is Aston from you?
Well, Boyd goes, throw down from Clark. It short hops Castillo and gets into shallow center, but Spoon there to pick it up before Boyd can advance to third. A stolen base for Jace Boyd, first of the game for the Pats. Well, he's Delaware County, I'm Montgomery County, which is not too far. It's really not too far at all. But not necessarily in the same neighborhood. A little bit of a drive, probably 40 minutes or so. But still, I didn't ask him why he's a Packers fan. And this is a guy I met back when I was going to Camden River Sharks games when he was playing for the River Sharks back in 2013 and 14. But he is a Packers fan, and he's not an Eagles fan. He said it's tough sometimes. A 1 pitch misses to Sermo. It's 1-1 because the Eagles winning the Super Bowl last year. He said he kind of celebrated with his buddies who are all Eagles fans, and they're saying, "Oh, you're hopping on the bandwagon now." But
well, he got his.
Yeah, Rodgers delivered the Packers fan base a title. That pitch misses outside. He has Rodgers and Jimmy Graham on his fantasy team, so he keeps his guys close on his squad.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad you bring up the River Sharks because that was my real first taste of the Atlantic League too. Growing up in Gloucester County, right outside of, right over the bridge in Philadelphia too. I missed it. I miss it.
Yeah, great stadium. 2-1 from Peguero, skips in the dirt low inside to Sermo. Clark blocks it. A great block from Clark, who's been awesome this year when he's been healthy. 3 separate stints on the DL, but when he's been back there, he's been an awesome defensive stalwart for this Revs club and the pitching staff.
And a fan favorite here as well. So on Fan Appreciation Day, it's good to see him. Not to take anything away from any of the catchers that have gotten time this year, but Tyler Clark, really funny guy, and guy that I know a lot of these fans. I see the prices they put on the jersey auction table for Tyler Clark. These fans love him here.
Peguero steps off and looks Boyd back to second. It is Boyd at second with 2 down. 3-1 the count on Sermo at the dish. Pats lead at 1-0, top 5. Peguero looks at second pitch. Fastball misses high, ball 4. So 5-pitch walk to Sermo. That sets up first and second with 2 down for Justin Trapp, the right fielder. Carl Bryce started for the Revs. He went in 4. Gave up just 1 run. He struck out 6. It was a really impressive outing for Bryce, who got the spot start today. And for Bryce, it was a season-high 6 strikeouts. His previous season high was 4. Peguero looks at second. The first pitch to the next batter, Trapp, is inside for ball 1, 1-0. Peguero last appeared in a game on September 12th against the Road Warriors through 2 scoreless innings with a strikeout in game 1 of that doubleheader. 1-0 pitch coming to Trapp. Broke his bat, chopper to third. Their third base coach, Glenn Barker, makes the play, and he'll throw it into the stands. Got to be ready down there at third. 1-0 lead for Somerset over York. Top of the 5th inning as Justin Trapp's going to go get some new lumber from the dugout. Gives Brett Jody the broken bat. He'll grab a new one. As Highland Peguero looks to get through this 5th inning in what could be his final career appearance in professional baseball. He's been around quite some time. He's seen it all at pretty much every level you can imagine in professional ball. Trapp back in with a new bat. First and second for the Pats, 2 down. Pitch, slider, chop foul down the third baseline. Figueroa just out of his reach, but it's a foul ball. Doesn't matter either way. Count goes to 1-2. 1 run on 6 hits, no errors for the Pats. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Revs. As they look to put one in the win column on the final day of the season and finish 10 over 500. Would be an impressive feat to do that after all this team's been through this year. Injuries and just really anything you can think of. It's been a really trying year for Mark Mason's club.
And they've been great too. This league this year, the records are great kind of because how poor the Road Warriors had played, but they didn't make the playoffs, but still that record was great and they played really well. It stinks you couldn't have better teams, more competition when it came down to it, but this team arguably at times you could say they were better than last year's teams. They just endured a couple really tough stints that pushed them back a little bit, but still there was a lot of times where I was really impressed with what this team could do, both pitching and hitting.
Absolutely. Patriots lead at 1-0, first and second with 2 down and 2 strikes on Trapp, the batter of the pitch, swinging a foul ball off his foot. He goes down right away in a heap. Tyler Clark going to pick up the bat. He's grabbing his knee. I think Trapp fouled that one right off his kneecap or the inside of his knee. That doesn't feel good. Now Phil Lee, the Patriots athletic trainer who's been busy this series, out for another visit at home plate. As the batter Trapp is still on the ground. He rolled over and is now laying back as Phil Knee is going to try to stretch out his kneecap. Did I just call him Phil Knee?
Phil Knee.
Phil Lee stretching out the knee.
Yeah, a tough one though. But if you're Somerset, you're already in the playoffs. So really, the one thing you need to gain from this game is to keep everyone healthy. So you got to hope the best. You got to hope Trapp's okay, and all these other little bumps and bruises they've had throughout the game are really nothing because you want everyone healthy come playoff time.
It's first and second with 2 down in the top of the 5th for the Patriots. They lead at 1-0. Justin Trapp just fouled a ball off his kneecap. So he's now trying to flex it and put some pressure on it and stand on it, see how that works. The count is 1-2. Highland Piguero looking to get out of this top of the 5th with no runs across. Brett Jody and Phil Lee still out there talking to Trapp. And yesterday on the broadcast, Darryl mentioned that Phil Lee used to work for the Phil Lees. Only fitting, I guess. Well, Trapp really trying to flex that out, stretch it out, see if he's okay to stay in this game and hit. It's a great point, Brett, that with the playoffs coming this week for the Patriots, they're looking to keep everybody healthy. Trapp looks like he'll stay in the game, but if that had been a little bit more serious, you got to believe he would have been out of the game.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it's going to be fun. I think all the teams that have now qualified for the playoffs, maybe with the exception of one, are really solid teams, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Not to take anything away from any of the teams, but I think that it's going to be a real tight race. I know Sugar Land arguably had one of the best seasons in Atlantic League history. They're going to be tough to take down.
Trapp chases the 2-2 slider, another punch out for Highland Piguero, and the inning is over. So Piguero strikes out 2 in a scoreless 5th. We'll see if he comes back out for the 6th, but if not, it's a great 5th inning for Highland and what could be his final career appearance. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still Somerset 1 and the Revs nothing.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come
Yes! Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning from PeoplesBank Park. Wellington Dotel, Travis Witherspoon, and Steven Figueroa, 6-7-8 for the Revs. They trail the Somerset Patriots 1-0. Revs only have 2 hits against Rick Teasley, who's back out for another inning. His first pitch of the inning, a cutter across home plate for a strike. It's 0-1 on Wellington, who had 3 hits in last night's ball game. 8 of the 9 Revs had a hit in the game, and all 8 had multiple hits. Revs pounded out 20 hits in the game. They scored 11 runs. An impressive performance overall. The 0-1 to Dotel chops foul. Quickly 0-2 on the Revs left fielder. Well, normally their left fielder, he's in right today. Teasley, a 5-pitch pitcher, a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, cutter, a circle change, and a slider. The southpaw delivers the 0-2 fastball to the backstop. It's 1-2. Good take from Wellington. Wellington's put together an excellent 2018 campaign since coming over from the Sugarland Skeeters. He was released after just 8 games. Revs picked him up in early May. 0-2 pitch. Q shot the other way. Sandy DeLeo and a bare hand stop down coaching first base. Sandy getting in on the action. Well, Dotel came into the game hitting .308 with 7 homers and an even 60 RBIs on the year. Second on the team in ribbies behind Mesa's 88. And he swings at the 0-2 pitch again and fouls it off. Brett, what have you seen from Wellington this year that you've liked specifically?
It's really hard to believe he got released by Sugarland, especially since they would have to see him in the All-Star game for us. So that had to hurt a little bit. But no, I think Wellington is a great player. He makes some nice defensive plays. I saw him make a couple diving catches this year. But what he does great is hit the ball to the opposite field, which is an art that a lot of even major leaguers don't do as much anymore. But I thought that's something he does really well.
Well, he gets rung up on a cutter on the outside corner there. Well, Warren Nicholson, the home plate umpire, rings up another guy looking. The Revs have gone down looking 3 times in this game. The Patriots have also gone down looking 3 times. So anytime you have a combined 6 strikeout lookings in a game and you're not even halfway through, you wonder a little bit about the zone and how it expands as the game goes on.
Yeah, and there's been a couple stares back at the umpire.
First pitch to Witherspoon's a fastball that misses outside. Spoon getting the start today. 246 with 6 homers, 26 RBIs on the season. Played in game 2 of the doubleheader the other night, went 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch swinging, he comes up, or second pitch swinging, he comes up empty. It's 1-1. Well, Spoon has played every inning defensively in center field this year that he's been in a game. This is his 291st career start in center for the Revs as he swings at a changeup. It's 1-2.
Here, you want to talk about fan favorites? Witherspoon's up there as well. Great guy, great clubhouse guy, someone the fans like here, and a guy that we talk about the transparency of the Atlantic League with people playing ball different places, but Witherspoon stays around, and for good reason.
Takes a cutter off the plate there. It's 2-2. Revs down 1-0, bottom 5. They have just 2 hits off Teasley. Witherspoon, no doubt a fan favorite. This is his 3rd year with the Revs, 2nd full season. The 2-2 pitch from Teasley in on Spoon's hands, but he fights it off to the backstop. This Revs team has a ton of great personalities. Spoon at the top of the list. Definitely top, I'd argue top 3 personality on the team. Wellington Dotel, a guy who was up before Spoon, another great guy to talk to, be around. 2-2 again to Spoon, change up, he takes low, the count's full. Robert Carson, another guy. You mentioned Clark earlier, Brett. I mean, this team is full of fun guys to be around, just great people in general. Full count pitch to Spoon, in on the hands again, he fouls it off, so a great AB from the Revs center fielder.
And it's really part of the nature of this league. I know I said that with how people go away and you can't, sometimes retaining the team is harder, but it's just a lot of guys that love playing baseball at this level, which makes it real fun for them and for us.
Spoon flips yet another ball out of play into the seats. Well, it's Fan Appreciation Day. He's given out a lot of souvenirs in this AB. We'll do the 3-2 once more.
and I just see how, I listen to the interviews that you and Daryl have, and it just seems like guys that enjoy talking to you. They don't give you much pushback when you come and ask them a couple questions. Guys that are happy to get the attention and be playing ball at this point.
Spoon fouls another 3-2 back, right back to the backstop. He's on Teasley, shaking his head that he can't get one out into the field, but he's still alive. No one ever turns down the interview opportunity except if they think they're going to go into a slump after they talk to us.
Well, baseball players are superstitious.
Yeah. Spoon fouls another one off. What is that, 6 in a row?
Yep.
He spoils the 3-2 slider. Making the most of this AB. Has at least one more guaranteed the rest of the game, but could be his second to last AB of the year. He's making it count. A 3-2 pitch one more time, and he fouls another one off. Right back into the netting behind home plate. I'm sure the Revs dugout's giving him something over there. I saw Mace clapping his hands. I see Alonzo in the dugout wearing some green sunglasses. You never know what you're going to get with him.
No. Talk about fun people.
We'll do the payoff pitch at least one more. Here it is. Spoon chops one up the middle over Teasley's head. Kelly at second fields it. No, he can't. It skips by to the shortstop Rodriguez. It's an infield single for Travis Witherspoon.
And he did that the hard way, too. That looked like it was ball 4 low, and reached for it and smacked it right up the middle. So that was a solid play for Witherspoon, but a really great at bat. Make it Teasley work a little bit. Something he hasn't had to do too much up to this point.
Third hit of the game for the Revs. Spoon now has reached safely twice, a hit by pitch and an infield single. That's the 149th infield single for the Revs as a team this year. It's Spoon's 6th. Brings up the left-handed hitting Steven Figueroa. Left on left for Teasley. Spoon at first, now a move back. Had a chance to interview Figueroa the other day along with Roger Diaz. Both those guys, along with Carl Bryce, came from the Empire League, and it was great to hear Figueroa's perspective as a 23-year-old playing in the Atlantic League. Guy who got a hit off K-Rod a couple weeks ago. One of the best relief pitchers in Major League history, and at 23 years old, Figueroa's getting a knock off him. Well, Figueroa had a really impressive college career at SUNY Cortland in New York. The Bronx native hit .406 with 2 homers, which came in the same game. Had 38 RBIs in 46 games, 7 stolen bases as a senior, 67 hits in 165 at-bats. This is his 6th game of the season with the Revs. He has 4 multi-hit games and now a 3rd straight move over to first. Teasley keeping an eye on Spoon. Revs trail 1-0, bottom of the 5th inning. Looking to tie this thing up or take the lead. Tying run on first with Witherspoon, who has great speed. 2nd on the Revs in stolen bases this year. He is 21 for 25 in stolen base attempts. Now Figueroa shows bunt, pulls back to take a strike on the outer half, and the count's 0-1. That brought the third baseman Coronado in a bit. Revs could be looking to play some small ball here. And Mace will play small ball when he needs to or when he wants to. Usually lets the guys go up there and swing, but in close games he will drop a bunt down. Figueroa swings through the 0-1, a fastball by him. It's 0-2.
And Figueroa, you just said, had 2 home runs in the same game, back in college, but not a guy that really has the deep ball power, but consistent contact. 474, obviously a small sample size, but also a guy that's really working on his defense. I don't see many players on this team out there more taking ground balls at their position to try to get better.
0-2 pitch to Figueroa, misses a little bit high, and that's a great point. And he even mentioned that to me. He's really been trying to work on his defense at third base. Hadn't played third base in a few years. He was exclusively a shortstop and second baseman in college. Came in here, Revs had a need at third base, and every game that he's been in the lineup has been at third. He waits for the 1-2 pitch from Teasley. Here it is, swing and a miss, slider low and away. Teasley, a good pitch there. Strikeout number 5 for him. 2 outs and a man on first now in the bottom of the 5th.
And now that I think about it, when you brought that point up, you kind of shined a different light on it. It was the Empire League crew was out. Roger Diaz was hitting ground balls to Steven Figueroa at third base, who was thrown over to Carl Bryce, who was being the first baseman for practicing purposes. So they were all helping each other out, trying to get better, and that's what it really takes. I guess if you really embody that practice makes perfect mentality, Figueroa, a successful guy already in professional baseball at just 23.
Here's Tyler Clark with 2 outs and 1 on. Revs down 1-0 in the 5th. Clark takes a cutter for a strike. It's 0-1. He struck out looking his first time up. Clark, 6 homers, 17 RBIs on the year, as he is playing in game number 45 on his season. 0-1 pitch to Tyler, fouls it back to the netting. And this is a guy that, one of my personal favorites to talk to on the team. Such a nice guy, a guy who's been through a lot in his professional career, just 26 years old. Played at Dominican College, a small school in New York, the Connecticut native, and spent 2014, 21 games in the D-back system, and 2015 with the Windy City Thunderbolts of the Frontier League, 1 game with the Rockland Boulders in the Can-Am, and 16 last year with Lancaster, this year with the Revs. 0-2 pitch, he fouls off. So a guy who's been in multiple independent leagues, he's been in affiliated ball, just looking for the opportunity, and the Revs gave it to him this year.
And there's, he's good defensively. I like to think, just watching him play and being able to play that position at 6'5" is crazy, all that knee strain. But off lefties, he's a really solid player. Struggles a little bit off righties, but when he's on the right side of the plate and hits lefties, he's pretty good.
1-2 pitch misses inside. It's 2-2. 1 out, a man on, or 2 outs and a man on first in the bottom of the 5th. Revs down 1-0. Revs and Pats in the finale of the regular season. You mentioned it, Brett, 6'5" and a catcher. You don't see it very often. Even his build, a tall and lanky build, he's built like an outfielder. 1-2 pitch misses. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I marvel at it. I'm 6'4", and just thinking about all that wear and tear on the knees, the calves. I mean, to keep peak flexibility at that height is harder for us tall guys. So, that definitely has to be something that he works on all the time, to stay loose and stay limber and be able to do what he does.
Spoon on first with 2 down. He will run. 21 bags on the year. Clark pops up the 2-2, but that's foul out of play, staying alive. It really is an awesome day for baseball. Maybe the brightest blue sky we've had all year for a game. Some cloud cover, but not enough that it's hiding the sun. A beautiful sunny day here in downtown York.
Yeah, picturesque from the booth here. So it's good. I mean, looks like a screensaver out there.
2-2 to Clark. Slider just misses off the plate. Teasley didn't get the call there. Well, boy, Rick Teasley is not shying away from trying to lobby himself into a call. That's maybe the 3rd or 4th time he's walked off the mound waiting for the call. Revs down 1-0, bottom 5. They have 3 hits in the game. Spoon on first has 1 of them. Pitch, Clark laces one down the left field line. That one had some distance on it, but it's well foul. I think that one might have gotten out of the stadium over the concourse. Clark staying alive. What really impressed me about Clark is how quickly he was able to make an adjustment at the plate. Went away from switch hitting, has hit exclusively right-handed since May, and it's paid a lot of dividends. The power is there. 2-2 pitch, low in the dirt. No, it was the 3-2 pitch, ball 4. Spoon to second, and Clark heads to first. So runners at first and second. We go back to the top of the order for the zone man, Alonzo Harris.
Took the glasses off.
Not hitting with the green shades on. A little bit of a disappointment. But a guy who will bring out some crazy arm sleeves, some cool batting gloves. He's always having fun out on the field. As John Hunton, the Patriots pitching coach, is taking about as slow of a stroll to the mound as you can take. Patriots have bullpen action. So do the Revs. Michael Click was up last we saw. Revs down 1-0, bottom 5.
And not one for pace of play.
No.
It's their pitching coach.
He has to be the tallest coach in the league by far.
Look at him next to the catcher.
I think he's 6'8", is Hunton. For the coaches, they don't list the height and weight on the roster, but he towers over guys. He is a full head taller than Yovan Gonzalez, maybe even more than that.
Yeah, Gonzalez listed at 5'10". So yeah, I would say somewhere around 6'8", 6'7", 6'8".
Well, David Kubiak, who started yesterday for the Patriots, is 6'7", and Hunton's taller than him. He's also just a massive dude. Looks like he could be playing linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Some sweet hair.
Yeah. So he heads back to the dugout. Harris will hit with Spoon on second and Clark on first. Rick Teasley's still on the mound. He's through 4 2/3, but not yet through this 5th. Revs down 1-0. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run is Clark at first. Harris, a 12-game hitting streak to end the season. He hit safely in this game already. 1 for 2. He takes a cutter off the plate, 1-0. The Revs have yet to crack the scoreboard, but they could change that quickly. Harris has been on fire over the last 2 weeks, hitting .291 coming in, and he launches one out to deep left field, and that ball is not coming back. A little skip from Harris looking into the Revs dugout. A big high five from Sandy coming around first base. And on one swing, Alonzo Harris gives the Revs a 3-1 lead. He takes Rick Teasley deep over the arch nemesis, a deep drive. That one was gone from the time it made contact off the bat, Brett.
One swing can do it, and Teasley costly walk to Tyler Clark, a great at bat by Witherspoon too, and they're showing the fruits of the labor there is getting the balls fouled off there, making them work. Throws a meatball to Alonzo Harris, and he doesn't miss, and he kept the shades on. I was wrong.
Chase Hutchinson, who is loosening up in the Patriots bullpen, it looks like he's going to be the guy to come in. Brett Jody will take the ball from Rick Teasley, who was maybe one pitch away from getting out of the 5th inning with no runs on his line score for the day, but he exits the game after 4 2/3, 3 earned runs. The Revs put up all 3 runs on the homer by Harris with 2 outs. And we will take a quick break. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Hutchinson, the former Rev, coming in. But the Revs take the lead 3-1 on the Harris 3-run shot. It's 3-1 Revs in the bottom of the 5th. Stick with us.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and closing time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The Independent Insurance Agent System. Discover the power of choice. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Back here on the broadcast, Michael Marcantonini and Brett Petrak. It's 3-1 Revs as Henry Castillo chops one to third. Nate Coronado has it. He throws to first, and the inning is over. Chase Hutchinson, who came out of the bullpen for the Patriots on one pitch, retires the side. But Alonzo Harris gave the Revs a 3-1 lead with a 3-run shot with 2 outs off Rick Teasley to give the Revs a 2-run advantage. We'll take another break. We were only back for about 10 seconds, but we'll go to another break, this time with the Revs ahead 3-1 after 5 full. We'll go to the top of the 6th next. Stick with me and Brett on the broadcast.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors. This is the Rich Eisen Show. It's like riding a bicycle when you're back in New York City after growing up here. 3 blocks into my walk on the way here to the studio,
one cobblestone street corner. Blaring sirens, jackhammering, welding, and then, of course, there's the overwhelming stench of pee. I thought to myself, yeah, that's home.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. The Revs hold a 3-1 lead over the Somerset Patriots on the final day of the Atlantic League regular season. Alonzo Harris, a 2-out, 3-run homer over the arch nemesis to give the Revs the lead. Rick Teasley was one strike away from getting out of the 5th inning with no runs allowed on the day, but instead he exited after 4 2/3, 3 earned runs, and the Harris dinger. Now Michael Click comes in as the Revs have a lead. Highland Piguero right now the pitcher of record for the Revs. He took over in the 5th inning through a scoreless frame. 2 strikeouts in that inning. Carl Bryce, 6 Ks in 4 innings to start. Now Click gets Mike Francoso to start the 6th. First pitch strike, fastball right over the heart of the plate, 88 on the gun. It's 8-9-1, Francoso, Gonzalez, Kelly for the Patriots. Click, a scoreless 9th inning last night, working with the 9-run lead, had a punch out. Revs 13 Ks as a staff last night. Clark wants the 0-1 low and away. Francoso takes low and inside, and it's 1-1. Well, who has more fun than Alonzo Harris on a baseball field, Brett? Wearing the shades at the plate and skipping around the bases, chatting with his guys in the dugout around first base.
Yeah, he's a good Twitter personality too. If you catch him on there.
Oh yeah.
He's a funny guy. I mean, he likes what he does, and he's good at it, too. I mean, Atlantic League Player of the Year last year. Had some time in Mexico, did really well here, and we're happy to have him back. I mean, you would just see he's a guy that really has a ton of talent. The first game he came back here, he stole 4 bases, which is just ridiculous for a single game. So, shows you the speed, the power, and, when you couple that in with just going out there and having fun, Harris does it right. He does it right here.
Confident in himself, comfortable in his own skin. Harris, the man who's given the Revs the lead, with his 3rd official home run of the year, should be number 5 if that game against Lancaster here wasn't rained out and called early. But 3 official homers, 16 RBIs for him in just 35 games as Francoso fouls the 0-2 back. The count, 1-2. The count stays at 1-2.
And it's you bring that up. It's just an interesting point. With you look at how the season unfolded here, how big that game was, and how frustrating it was for everyone involved that the Revs couldn't take that win on that Tuesday, especially when you finish that close to playoff berth.
1-2 on to Francoso. Clark holding the glove high. The pitch from Click. He gets it high, but a little bit too far up in the zone. Ball 2, 2-2. 3-1 Revs. Top of the 6th inning. Revs were down 1-0 until that Harris homer in the bottom of the 5th, and it's baseball for you. Shows how quickly things can change. Click, set on the mound, leg kick, the 1-2 pitch. He gets Francoso to chase away, but he fouls it off. Count stays even at 2. Well, and Brett, you talked about it, how great ABs from Spoon and Clark to keep that inning alive in the last frame. The inning went for the Revs. Dotel struck out looking. Spoon fought off a 3-2 pitch on like the 7th 3-2 pitch of the AB for an infield single. Figueroa struck out, but then Clark worked a really key walk, then the Harris homer.
Yeah, I mean, just doing the little things, making them work, wear them down and get the pitch for your next guy up, and Harris didn't miss it.
Francoso chops the 2-2 foul down the first base line. Nash couldn't get to that one, a foul ball anyway, though. Roger Diaz will pick it up down in the Revs bullpen. Revs lead at 3-1, top 6.
And that's Harris's sweet spot, too, right over the WellSpan Health sign on the Nemesis. Anywhere right over there. I saw a bunch of them last year and hasn't hit too many at home because he's only been here for 35 games for the season. But, he loves playing some wall ball, or in this case, over the wall ball.
Click peering in at the catcher, Clark. 2-2 the count. He's set at the chest. Now set at the waist. And the pitch. Did Francoso go around? A check swing, no appeal. And it's called ball 3, low and in right there, and the count runs full. Click is sub-3 ERA on the season for the Revs. He's been excellent since joining the club. This is his 5th appearance against Somerset this year. And the 3-2 pitch. Francoso pops it up foul, third base side out of play, and the at-bat will continue. Francoso, the leadoff man of the inning, still at the dish. Well, forgot to mention a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts with Click in the game now. 2-1 with a 2.87 ERA. This is his 25th appearance. 1 spot start, the rest in relief. 31 1/3 innings, 39 punch-outs. Opponents hitting just 208 against him. 3-2 pitch coming to Francoso. Off the end of the bat, grounder out to second. A nice pick there by Harris. Underhand throw to first. Nash is there. 1 out in the inning. Francoso retired. 1 up, 1 down. Good start to Click's afternoon. Revs leading at 3-1 over the Patriots, looking for a season finale win to give them 68 wins on the year. They will go to 68 and 58 on the season with a win. And they would finish 36 and 27 in the second half. Now Click looking in at Clark for the sign. Infield straight away and back for the Revs. Pitch to the catcher Gonzalez, also the 9-hitters, a called strike on the outer half, 0-1. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Revs. 1 run on 6 hits, no errors for the Pats. Somerset won the Liberty division in the first half. They will finish in second place in the Liberty in the second half. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Nice slider from Click, low and away. That's the pitch for Click when he's really on, Brad, is that slider.
Yeah, he's got great mechanics. When you watch him, real over-the-top delivery, and when you got that with the slider cutting in and the changeup he has, deceptive and really nice. But if you're a young pitcher, you watch his mechanics over the top, it's really nice.
Pitch, fastball misses high with 2 strikes, 1-2 on Gonzalez. Click's just a fun dude to be around, a fun dude to chat with. I got to interview him earlier in the year. He's great buds with Darryl. He loves getting those impromptu football toss sessions going out in right field before games with the guys. 1-2 pitch, slider misses outside, 2-2.
Yeah, they did it last year a lot too, and this year. It must just be a baseball reliever thing, because no matter who it is, they can all throw some strong arms, and it's always the bigger guys that like running routes. Like you see Burgess, he's running those routes, and you'd be surprised if you watch Michael Burgess out there and playing football. He's got some deceptively quick feet for a big guy. Sneaky fast.
2-2 pitch coming up to Gonzalez. Here it is from Click. Jam shot into center field. That's down for a knock. Just a little blooper into center. 1 out base runner Gonzalez. Revs leading 3-1, top of the 6th. Lonzo Harris, the big blow off Rick Teasley, a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 5th. It's not all about speed, Brad, as you know, being a baseball and football guy. Some of these guys, in baseball, not necessarily the fastest guy, but good base runners, good base stealers. And Burgess, talking about the quick feet running routes, what is he, a slot guy or is he more of an outside guy?
He'd have to be slot, in the middle, tight ends, definitely a nice little tight end look. Run those little, maybe a post pattern now and then, but trying to drag it in on a couple zigs maybe, but he's good.
Logan Williamson's always out there running routes too. He loves it. First pitch to the leadoff man Kelly, popped up, shallow right field. Dotel coming on, he's under it. He makes the grab for out number 2. Easy out there. First time Kelly's been retired today. He's now 2 for 3. 2 singles and a walk. Now the fly out. Going back to first is Gonzalez, and now the shortstop Alfredo Rodriguez. 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts.
What games did you actually get to travel to see? What stadiums were you able to go to on your quick year here?
Was at all the games in Lancaster, went on 2 of the 3 trips to Southern Maryland, plus the spring training game down there, and then the spring training game in Somerset as Rodriguez takes a pitch off the plate. It's 1-0. So between being able to go on all those trips, it was a lot of fun. Just getting to see some new ballparks, just more experience calling games, getting more reps under my belt.
Right.
Really enjoyed the Southern Maryland trips because one of my good friends from Penn State works for the Crabs. Shout out to my man Brett Shanker, who's I know has tuned into some of my stuff this year, throughout the year. But those trips were fun. A chopper foul. Got to stay with my friend Brett at his place, but some nice people down in Southern Maryland. Brandon, their broadcaster's a good guy to talk to. So I enjoyed those trips.
Yeah, if you had to give the official Michael Mark Antonini stadium rankings, obviously we're one here at PeoplesBank Park. So out of your other 3 experiences, where would you rank them?
Well, you know, I wish I had seen every park in the league. If Camden was still in the league, that would be right up there. I loved that stadium.
Yeah, me too.
But from the ones I've been to, I liked Somerset. The 1-1 pitch. Chopper to third base. Figueroa backs up on it. In and out of his glove, though, and he'll just eat it. That'll go down as an E5. And safe at first base with 2 downs, Rodriguez. Going to second is Gonzalez. So first and second now for the Patriots. I mean, PeoplesBank Park, and objectively, it really is, I think, the best park among the ones I've seen in the league. The wall, I mean, just the atmosphere, all the attractions, things to do here. But I liked Somerset. I mean, it's just, you know, that's just a well-designed ballpark, pretty straightaway standard. Lancaster, not bad there. That's similar to PeoplesBank Park. They've got an outfield grass area where fans can sit. They have a merry-go-round. Southern Maryland's all right. They've got a couple different things in the outfield. First pitch to the new batter. Flores is over for a strike. If you were at the All-Star game this year, what was Long Island's park like, that experience for you?
It's different because that park was built about 10 to 12 years before this one is, so it's harder, and you find beauty in old historic parks. I think that our park has a lot that they didn't. Very nice, much nicer picnic areas and stuff, and I think that's our park was just a little superior to them, I felt. But you talk to their fans, their broadcasters, I'm sure they say the same thing, because you unknowingly develop a love for your home stadium. You can't help it. You just do it so much, you find things you like about it. But no, I definitely thought that one was okay. I haven't been to Lancaster yet, and being so close, I probably should. I know they've done some renovations there, but it's pretty cool. It's just all those things you got to factor in the Atlantic League. It's all like we talked about. It's the experience. With the baseball players, you love to watch good baseball all the time. You'll never have a problem with that, but you want to have a good experience too. And that's the one thing I think we at least deliver. Even in games we do bad here, the park's always there.
1-1 pitch to Flores. He fouls it back. It's second and third now for the Patriots. Both runners moved up 90 feet on what I believe was scored a wild pitch. Ball got by Clark, but it was low in the dirt. So second and third with 2 outs for the Pats. Tying run on second. Go-ahead run at the dish. Click looking to hold the lead here. 3-1 Revs, top 6. Both runners on base singled. Oh, excuse me. Rodriguez reached on an error. Well, Click set on the mound, waiting for the sign from Clark. Now he steps off, and he'll re-toe the rubber this time. Flores with 2 strikes on him. Count 1 and 2. We'll see what Click comes with. He's ready. The 1-2 pitch. A little bit high there with what looked like a slider. And the count goes even at 2. Lonzo Harris's 3-run home run, the difference in this one. The Revs lead at 3-1. On Harris's 3rd homer of the year. Click staring in at Clark again, those two going through the signs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs the pitch. Fastball misses high, and the count is full at 3-2. Revs were down 1-0 when Harris hit the homer, and it came with 2 outs. Click trying to get through a scoreless 6th. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Wellington Dotel freezes. Then 1 step back. He makes the grab. And the side is retired. Michael Click, a hat tip to some fans in the stands. I think he's got some friends and family here today. So his final appearance of the season, at least you would think, after a scoreless 6th inning here. And after 5.5, the Revs still lead at 3-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th next.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and a bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Home half of the sixth inning, it's the Revs 3 and the Patriots 1. Alonzo Harris, a 3-run home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth inning. That is the difference right now. That came off starter Rick Teasley. Chase Hutchinson, the former Rev, threw 1 pitch to get 1 out to finish off the fifth inning. Now it's the tall right-hander Ryan Webb who is taking over for Hutchinson. Melky Mesa, Telvin Nash, Isaias Tejeda 3-4-5 to hit in what will be my final inning on play-by-play. Final half inning of the season. Mesa swings at the first pitch and comes up empty. It's 0-1. Mesa chasing the batting title, hitting .336 right now. He is tied for third in the league with Alexi Casilla right now. Casilla not playing today. See what Melky has left in him. 1, maybe 2 more at-bats left in this game. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and a nasty changeup, 81 on the gun. Mesa also chasing the Atlantic League RBI crown. He would be the 4th Rev in team history to lead the league in RBIs. He's tied with Blake Galen at 88. We'll get you an update and see how many Galen has when we get a chance, if he has any today. 0-2 pitch to Melky, change up low and away. It's ball 1. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as Webb takes over. 6'6", 245, Florida native. Has Major League experience. The second time we've seen him in this series was last with the Cubs system this year before coming to the Pats. 1-2 to Mesa, low and inside, 2-2. It's an unbelievable season for Melky Mesa this year. Has done it all, and he hasn't even played in 100 games. 2-2 the count. The Milkman at the dish. Webb delivers. Mesa chases a changeup low and in. And he comes up empty, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts in the game for Mesa. He's 1 for 3. Well, Brett, Melky might get one more shot to hit. And that would be huge for a chance to chase this batting title.
Yeah, and I talked about it a little bit before, but you talked about it, played on under 100 games, I should say, and then still put up those numbers. So a full season to Melky Mesa, and you're talking about record-breaking for the team with all the stats he might have been able to put up.
Telvin Nash takes a first pitch fastball from Webb off the plate. The count is 1-0. Melky Mesa was on the DL after just his first start of the year. He came out early in late April with a hamstring injury, spent a few weeks on the shelf. 1-0 to Nash, slider off the plate. Then when he finally came back from that, was dealing with a nagging hamstring injury that forced him into only being able to DH for a few weeks. So you never know what would have happened if Melky had been healthy all year.
Yeah, and we saw the hamstring fine. He had some triples down the stretch run that they had too. He gets around the bases pretty well.
1-1 on Nash. Webb sets. The right-hander delivers as Nash swings through that fastball low in the zone. It's 1-2. Well, it's tough to hit a guy like Ryan Webb, so tall, has that long wingspan, and comes over the top from the plate, but it's also almost like he's coming from a side the way his motion is.
He's a guy that's played in the pros.
Webb, no record with a 4 ERA. This is just his 6th appearance as he gets Nash to swing and miss at what looked like a two-seam fastball right there inside. Got Nash tied up. It's 2-2. He's worked 9 innings so far. Opponents hitting just .207 against him. Tough right-hander. He's given up 4 runs, though, in 9 innings. 2-2 pitch to Nash, chopped foul down the third base line. So Nash has gotten a couple fastballs today, but still getting a steady diet of off-speed stuff. Webb last pitched in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Friday through a scoreless inning. If the Revs can win this one today, they're up 3-1 in the 6th. They would earn a series split. Trying to do that on the final day of the 2018 regular season. 2-2 pitch to Telvin, popped it up. Foul right side, though. It gets into the seats. The count remains where it is with 1 out and no one on. Even less cloud cover than there was a couple innings ago. The blue sky continues to open up even more. Just been a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. A great way to end the season. So as long as there's no rain, we'll take it, Brett.
Yeah, especially with the weather we're supposed to get next week. You got to appreciate days like today.
2-2 to Nash. He nubs that one foul right side. Isaias Tejeda in the on-deck circle is going to go over and grab it. The count remains even at 2. Nash, who's sporting a fresh cut out there. Just got a haircut the other day. Told me he went to the barber. You got to get that fresh cut and look good at the end of the season.
Yeah, I saw him. It looked like Spoon had one, too.
Yeah. Got to stay fresh. 1 out, 2-2 pitch coming up to Telvin. He swings and misses at a changeup low and away. A frustrating day for Telvin as he is just not getting pitches to hit. And he walked 3 times last night, but you can't just go up there looking for a walker. And you don't want to walk every time you go up there. You want to hit.
Yeah, especially the last game of the year, you want to try to hit the ball as far and hard as you can, get a little extra stats, a little confidence booster heading into the offseason. But, still, he might have one more at bat left in him, Telvin, with still only being the bottom of the 6th. But, again, to be able to do what he did in that little time is really awesome.
Here's Isaias Tejeda, 2 outs and no one on. Revs up 3-1, bottom 6. First pitch fastball away to Tejeda, misses 1-0. Jonathan DeMarte warming up in the Revs bullpen. It looks like he will make his 5th and final appearance of the year for the Revs since coming over from the Frontier League. The Revs only 4 hits in the game. The Patriots 7, but the Revs up 2 on the scoreboard. It's 3-1. Tejeda looking to keep the inning alive. Now he calls for time. Webb was set, but Tejeda steps out. Takes a dry swing, taps each of his cleats with the bat. Hops back in the batter's box. A couple plate taps ready to hit. Patriots playing Tejeda straight away in the infield and outfield. Pitch to Isaias is a slider off the plate. It's 2-0. Tejeda has done a great job in his short time in York this season. Batting average at .311. He's 0 for 2 today, but 3 hits, including 2 doubles, and also had 3 RBIs last night. 2-0 pitch. He swings and pops it up right over our heads in the press box. That's foul out of play. Oh! That was a loud thud right on top of the press box. We haven't heard a ball bounce that loudly off the box all year. Last night we had one in here. Brian, our official scorer, and Greg over there, it was near them.
Yeah, that was loud.
Yeah, what's going on?
That must have hit right on top.
It's a good thing we got a roof. 2-1, 2-out pitch to Tejeda. He swings and inside outs one foul right side. Another foul ball out of play. 3-1 Revs, home half of the 6th. Well, Brett, I knew I was getting at least one more home run call in my innings today. Harris granted me that wish.
Yeah.
The 3-run bomb.
That was good. I mean, that's the iconic call you have there with it's not coming back. So, we appreciate that. And if this is, it is going to be your last thing. You did great here, and you'll be missed. So, best of luck from me. But I'm sure you'll hear a better send-off from Daryl in a few innings. But good luck moving forward.
Much apprecited. Brettis Tejeda takes the 2-2 inside. The count runs full. 2 outs and no one on. A 3-1 lead for the Revs. Give a quick shout out to anyone and everyone who has listened, whether it's been one game or all season, to anyone who's listened to my broadcast. You guys drive me to do better every game, and I appreciate the support. Hopefully Tejeda keeps the inning alive here. 3-2 pitch. He does not. Called strike 3. Flips his bat. Not happy with the call. Warren Nicholson rings him up. And Ryan Webb strikes out the side. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th inning for Ryan Webb. And after 6 full, the Revs still lead at 3-1. Brett, I thank you for joining me on the broadcast. It was a lot of fun having you in here for 3 innings.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Appreciate the time. We will go to the top of the 7th. One last time I get to say it. Darryl Henry taking back over on the play-by-play. It's Revs 3 and the Patriots 1. Top 7 next.
Get your tailgate on at Rudders with Jumbo Chicken Wings. For a limited time, Rudders VIPs earn triple rewards. 3 cents off per gallon of gas by purchasing delicious Jumbo Chicken Wings. Choose from 8 different mouth-watering flavors, including Old Bay and Buffalo Hot Sauce. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Pastrami, sausage, turkey bacon, green peppers. Choose from over 30 toppings for Rudders breakfast sandwiches. For a limited time, you can get 2 breakfast sandwiches for only $5 and earn 2 cents off per gallon of gas. Rudders offers you breakfast all day long. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 7th inning, it's a 3-1 Revs lead, trying to win the season finale here today. And Jonathan DeMarty is in, who's not DeMarte, as I finally asked him today. Leave me to assume. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. First pitch is up and outside on, is this Jace Boyd leading off? Supposed to be, I believe.
It is Jace Boyd.
But he's batting left-handed. Really?
I guess so.
Still doing that. Next one, he swings and misses, a change-up. Nope, it's Craig Massey who's batting. They put Massey in the cleanup spot that Boyd was in.
They know he needs a knock to help him win this batting title. They didn't want to start him in fear they'd make a couple outs.
Now, fastball called strike, outside corner. But DeMarty said that it's okay, everybody does it. Everybody calls him DeMarte. But it is Jonathan DeMarty. And he's ahead. Here's the 1-2. They want it high. It was, and a swing and a miss. And Massey down swinging, 0 for 1 today. Foul tip squeezed, a pinch hit strikeout to begin the 7th.
It's a good way to start the outing for DeMarte or DeMarty. You know, it takes a little bit of an adjustment there.
Old habits die hard. Well, I come back in. You and Brett are throwing T-shirts to the crowd. Did you hit anybody?
No, I don't even think the one I threw got caught.
Oh. Here's Nate Coronado. First pitch, swing and a line shot but foul as he yanks a slider onto Arch Street. Just allowed strike. Coronado 0 for 3. One of the big plays in this game, he flied out to center in the third, and Alfredo Rodriguez tried to turn it into a sac fly for him, but Witherspoon from center threw out Rodriguez at the plate. Kept it scoreless at the time, the 0-1, and a changeup dips a little low. So the Revs, who were down 1-0 after 4 innings, took the lead on one swing, and Alonzo Harris 3-run homer in the 5th. 1-1. Swing and a pop-up foul. This will find the seats, first base side. 3-1 is the lead as we get to the later third of this game. They said he would manage this one today like all of the other ones. DeMarty ready. Kicks, fires, swing, and it's tapped foul against the plate. Warren Nicholson, the plate ump, will grab it. Season finales around the league on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Sugarland leads Long Island 1-0 in the second.
Where was that last night?
Was not there.
Well, they did take the lead, but then they lost it.
Pitch is down and away, 2-2. New Britain has a 2-0 lead at Southern Maryland in the 6th. Lancaster putting the Road Warriors out of their misery, 9-2 in the 6th inning. Now the 2-2. Swing, and that's beaten foul behind the plate. And some bad news from Lancaster. Blake Galen has a home run and 3 RBIs today. Melky Mesa is going to need at least 3 to tie before the game is over. DeMarty ready, long battle with Coronado. And the pitch. Swinging a shot toward the big wall and left. Mesa toward the corner. He will play it off the boards. Clean carom. And he'll fire it into second. Alonzo knocks it down. It is a wall ball single. Hit about halfway up. A little bit left of the manual scoreboard. A 1-out single for Coronado. Revs only have 4 hits. They lead the game 3-1. That is the 8th hit for Somerset today. Jose Sermo to the plate. It's DeMarty's 4th outing with York. Or 5th, excuse me. 5th outing. 4 innings, 2 runs coming in. First pitch to Sermo, a line drive, base hit over the leaping Nash at first. That one toward the line in right. Coronado will head to third. Dotel on it, fires a 1-hopper into second. And they are at the corners with 1 out. Did see Michael Click, who finished that scoreless 6th inning. He walked off. He waved his cap upstairs. Family members in the suite level, including his fiancée, Kelsey, who's here this weekend.
Was he waving at you, too? That's your boy.
Well, no, it was not in my direction. However, it was touching. And Michael's one of those guys that, you know, he's bright. He's started to think about what might be next, and you just never know on the last day of a season which guys might be playing for the final time, and you don't know if maybe that's on his mind. They're engaged, and if it is his final outing today, he saluted them on his way off after a scoreless inning.
Hyland Piguero might have been his final outing too, the 37-year-old. Could be retiring.
He's got a son that plays. They were actually winter ball teammates. His son, Jalen.
Wow.
How about that?
How old's his son?
He's young. I don't know if he's 18 maybe? Here's Trapp. First pitch, fastball. It's a called strike. 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Revs a 3-1 lead. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a foul off the right edge of the netting. Not too many guys get to say that, played on the same team as their son. Well, Michael Click, he is listening in the clubhouse. He says, I'm retiring. Well, and he asked us to pass that along for him. So, well, he represented the Revs tremendously well for 3 years. Pitch here is just low, 1-2. And he will have his place, certainly, in Revs bullpen lore over the course of his 3 seasons here. A lot of wins in relief, up there among wins leaders out of the bullpen. On the 1-2 swing and a pop-up, foul ground. Nash over from first base near the Revs dugout. It hits the dugout roof, caroms up into the stands.
A sub-3 ERA in his final season. Great way to go out. A great piece to this team this year. It was great getting him back at a time where the bullpen really needed another guy that could be used in the middle innings, late innings. A spot start, which he did make one.
Great final outing, leaves 2 in scoring position. That's pretty fitting. Relievers always have to get out of trouble, it seems. 1-2, runner goes from first, and a pop-up foul back toward the net. Clark will give it a look, but this lands about 5 rows in.
Made sure he set a team record, franchise record, before he left this season. What was it, I think, seven strikeouts for a reliever in an outing?
Yeah.
That's what it was on August 3rd against Southern Maryland. A Revs record. 7 Ks in relief.
12 in a row retired in that game. A year that started with him pitching in Europe.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a final season, I guess that's the way to do it. Travel the world. 1-2. Swinging a bouncing ball toward the middle. Harris is there behind second. Races to the bag. Guns to first. Double play. 4-3 double play. And Zoe having a day out there at the plate and in the field. No runs, 2 hits, 1 man left. And it is stretch time here at the bank with the Revs in front 3-1.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Here on Fan Appreciation Day, Revs fans are being appreciated as Rick, our man on the PA, between innings said that let's honor the team behind the team, the Revs fans. And I'm reminding folks that coming up in 2019, the Atlantic League All-Star Game will be here. There's a whole lot to look forward to. And next season, the 13th year of Revs baseball. Right-hander Dustin Antolin is the new pitcher for Somerset. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs leading at 3-1, looking to finish the year 10 games over 500. And know it will not end up being enough for postseason play, but what a finish. Wellington Dotel leads off. First pitch fastball is a called strike. Antolin hard-throwing righty. It'll be Dotel, Witherspoon, and Figueroa here in the 7th inning. Now the 0-1, swinging a foul tip. That rang hard off, I believe, the plate ump, Lauren Nicholson, maybe the chest protector, and ricocheted over toward Witherspoon on deck. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Revs. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors for Somerset. By the way, our busy slate on this very radio station continues, including today. Time asked for after our game, we have Niners-Lions. And then tonight we have the Sunday night game, Giants-Cowboys. Tomorrow, Baltimore baseball show and Keystone kickoff. 0-2, and that misses outside. And next Friday night, our high school games go to radio full-time. Northeastern at Dallastown Friday night at 6:30. There's the stretch from Antolin. And the 1-2. Fastball just missed away. Good eye from Dotel. He today has popped up and struck out. Quiet day offensively. A lot of weak contact against Rick Teasley until Alonzo put one onto Arch Street. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Got Dotel. No one away here in the bottom of the 7th. And Travis Witherspoon to the plate. He's been on base both times today. Hit by pitch, infield single. And he scored one of the runs on Zoe's blast, which the bullpen will try to make sure that that's all that is needed. Ricardo Gomez is up loosening for the 8th. First pitch, it is a fastball just down and away. Somerset again, they will be playing Long Island in the division series. It starts Tuesday in Central Islip. Of course, there are weather concerns this week with remnants of Florence moving north. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Cutter from Antolin, who is 3-4 with a 3.35 ERA. Today, his 49th appearance of the year. That'll be interesting and tricky to get the postseason series started. 1-1, and a swing and a pop-up foul out of play to the right. Of course, there are some fields, and I know this one, we felt that way, and I hear that Lancaster might be even worse, where they've been beaten by rain so much this summer that they maybe literally can't even take any more at all. And even with tarps and whatnot, you can't guard against all of it. Pitch, and a swing and a foul tip squeezed. So back-to-back strikeouts for Antolin after Webb had struck out all 3 in the 6th. And with 2 down, Stephen Figueroa to the plate. It is a 3-1 lead. But I believe there's going to be a good amount of rainfall, and I think maybe even starting tomorrow and then Tuesday for sure. So that's going to be interesting. First pitch to Figueroa. He rips one. It's caught, though, at first base. Line drive into the glove of Sermo, the first baseman. And a line drive out for Figueroa, his 2nd today. 2 of his 3 at-bats. He's hit line drives that have been caught. Revs down in order in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. It's York 3, Somerset 1.
Everything
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Presley Ridge believes that strong families are the foundation for strong communities. With compassionate and caring professionals, Presley Ridge offers individual, child, and family therapy in addition to foster care and other in-community services. To learn more about Presley Ridge and their impact on families right here in our community, visit presleyridge.org or call 717-845-6624. That's 717-845-6624.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 8th inning, Ricardo Gomez. He's been an ageless one. 40-year-old season for him, and he will pitch here in the finale today. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Amazing how he has continued to excel year after year. 3-1 York. 8th inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Gordon Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today. Let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for you. Call 717-316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy, 450 West Market Street in Hallam. Francoso up. First pitch, a backdoor slider, and a called strike one. A 3-1 lead. Gomez, the fourth reliever after Bryce went 4 strong innings, 1 run. Only 0-1. And that misses outside. Francoso 1 for 3 on the day. 8-9 and 1 due up. Gomez trying to get it to Richardson for the 9th. On a 1-1 and a swing and a fly ball right field. Dotel eyeing it up. He'll back up a couple steps, shades his eyes with the glove, catches it with the glove, and 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 8th. For Gomez, it is appearance number 46 this year. 3-1 with a 3.86 ERA. 206th outing of his Revs career, second most behind only Stephen Penny's 220. The 327th appearance of his Atlantic League career, that's second in league history. Here's Yovan Gonzalez, who golfs and misses at the first one. He has been on base all 3 times today. Walk, double, single, scored their run back in the 4th inning. The 0-1, and that's off the plate away. Revs lead at 3-1 here in the 8th. Gomez fires, and a swing and a pop-up foul, backing out of play. It is Richardson who's up already. Patriots have Nate Rowe getting loose in their bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gonzalez.
It's awesome to see Gomez get one more appearance in this 2018 season. Had that hamstring injury and has been banged up throughout the year, but in his age 40 season, getting on that mound one final time.
Now delivers. And a swing and a miss. Wasn't sure if he foul-tipped it. He swings through it. 2 up, 2 down, and Gomez with a strikeout. 263rd of his Revs career, the most by a reliever in team history as he adds to that record.
It's impressive what he's done. To be able to do it year after year, coming back. This is his sixth separate stint with the Revs. He's fun to watch, and he still loves it. You wouldn't be doing it as a 40-year-old if you didn't love the game, and he does.
He's pitched in so many countries, including his home Dominican Republic. Here's Kelly at the top. First pitch is down low. Remember, he told me he was pitching in Panama at one time. Many, many stints in Mexico. Kelly 2 for 3, single, double walk today. 1-0, and there's a called strike. Gomez has been truly one of the greats in Revs history, one of the greats in league history, and the majority of that success has been here in York. Now the 1-1, and that just missed. Clark held it there, barely moved the glove. 3-1 the lead here in the top of the 8th. Stretch from Gomez. The 2-1. And it's a called strike. Slider outside corner. Perfect spot. As he tries to go 1-2-3 in his final outing of the season. His 6th year in York. Now ready and the pitch. Slider called, third strike. Got him looking. 1-2-3. 481st strikeout of his Atlantic League career. He's in the top 10 on that list, and maybe the only reliever to be, as he tips his cap to the crowd, and a dynamite 1-2-3-8. He was lights out, and the Revs will take this lead to the 9th inning today. Last half inning for the offense, perhaps, here in 2018. That's what they hope anyway, as Richardson gets ready. It's the Revs 3, the Patriots 1.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs lead it 3-1, and hate to say it, but hopefully the last half inning for the offense here in 2018. Tyler Clark will lead things off. New pitcher is right-hander Nate Rowe. And his first offering is on the outside corner for a strike. Clark 0 for 1, but he's got a walk and a run today. And back in the 5th, before Harris's home run, he hit a shot foul. One of the hardest hit balls off Teasley, but he was a little bit early on it. And Harris got him, though, a batter later. The 0-1, breaking ball, and it snaps just outside. Rowe paused, looking in. He wanted that. The Revs today trying to win 9 of their final 12, 12 of the last 16, 16 of the last 21. As a curveball sits a little bit high, and the Patriot dugout screaming at Warren Nicholson. And I wonder if it was Dwayne Belo, because I looked in and he was the first one to turn and walk off the step after Nicholson stared in. Here's the 2-1, and a swing and a foul tip bounce behind the plate.
Well, the zone has been a little inconsistent today.
It sounded like a barking dog in there. And then Nicholson shot him the evil eye. Now we've got bat boys racing to try to get to the foul ball. It's just too much fun for it all to stop suddenly. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul against the netting. Attendance today, 3,413. One of the bigger Sunday crowds, so a great weekend to finish things up. Another 2-2. Breaking ball, fought off. Foul tip straight back to the backstop. Harris on deck, then Castillo. Revs also trying to finish up 26-14 since August 4th.
Incredibly impressive numbers. I mean, the one that stands out to me, chance to win their 16th of their last 21.
Yeah.
I mean, to go through a 3-week stretch and lose 5 times, wow.
Pitch is outside, 3-2.
And Clark, I think, has an advantage at the dish today with Nicholson back there because he's catching. He knows what the strike zone's been, so he knows what's on the plate and what's off.
Now he is hearing it from the Patriot dugout again as he pauses to look in that direction. Rowe with the 3-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. So he wins the battle with Clark. Well, the Revs coming in today, and they had 20 hits last night, only 4 today, but they went from early August around 6th in the league in batting, 3rd to last, to today they entered play at 277, tops in the league, and 4 points ahead of Sugarland for that top spot. And it has been a blast. Basically, they've done exactly what they had to do to have a chance. They just ran out of time. Here's Alonzo. First pitch fastball is a called strike. He's had a great day. 2 for 3 with the 3-run homer in the 5th, supplying all of the runs for York. And he had a great trip around the bases. He enjoyed it, as he should. Here's the 0-1, and it misses down low. No rain and nobody running off the field with 2 outs in the 5th today to take that one away from him.
Nope. Well, he's having fun, as he should be.
Now Rowe ready. A 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside. Revs entered today hitting .357 as a team the last 10. Absolutely down the stretch, a team that nobody would want to face. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball, bounced to third base. Oh, Coronado backs up. It played him. He knocks it down off his chest. And Harris is safe at first base. It'll be an infield hit. So he's a 1-out base runner. With the top spin on that, they give him the knock.
Yeah, you're right. Coronado let that ball play him, and had he just played it straight on and booted it, then you're looking at an error. But Harris credited with the hit, and he earned it.
I'm sure the Patriots will love that.
Yeah.
Here's Henry Castillo. He is 0 for 3. Revs with their 5th hit today. And Alonzo will finish with a 3 for 4 game. Rowe deals, swing and a miss, high fastball. Castillo's bottom hand slipped off a little bit on that swing. He did not get cheated though. Patriots in the 9th will have 2, 3, 4 due up. Richardson ready and waiting. Now Rowe, the former New Britain B, comes to the plate, and a swing and a line drive, base hit right field. Castillo with a single in his final at bat of the year as he claps his hands and points to the sky. What a great finish for him. And it's 1st and 2nd with 1 out.
He'll have no problem finding a job next year. He's been awesome. Still only 24 years old. He's going to have himself a place to play, whether it's an affiliated ball again, which I think is likely, or coming back here to York. And that gets Melky to the plate with a couple on.
Yeah. Just what he needed. Blake Galen has driven in 3.
That right center lawn looks like it needs another baseball out there.
Melky came in today 3 off the league lead. If he hits one out of here, he'll be tied again. And Rowe the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul. Back out of play. Good cut. Mesa 1 for 3 in today's game, which has him at 335 with the average.
Well, unfortunately, Jordani Valdespin not in the lineup for Long Island today. He's going to finish at 338.
I'm flabbergasted to hear that.
And he'll win the batting title. Massey not at 338 either. So Mesa might as well take a swing for the fences.
Now the 0-1. Fastball called strike. Outside corner, not his pitch. He's got one more to do it with. 335 is where he entered the day. 1st and 2nd with 1 out, 3-1 the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Now Rowe the stretch. Couple looks back, now delivers. Swing and a foul against the screen. Mesa hangs in there. Fastball at 91 from Rowe, who had started a couple of years ago with New Britain. Didn't have great success in that role. Last year they made him a reliever. He was an all-star in that role. It's a 4-seam, 2-seam, a slurve, and a changeup. A couple checks, another 0-2, curveball, almost hit Mesa. We don't want that.
No, we do not.
Melky's saying, no, that didn't hit me.
He needs a hit.
Just in case Warren Nicholson sent him to first, showing him the elbow. That didn't hit.
Let's tie this thing up here.
1-2. Now Rowe the pitch. Fastball misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't know how the voting is going to go. I would hate to think that he needs one more swing to get League Player of the Year, but...
Right. I mean, he solidified his season regardless. Top 5 in so many categories, top 3 in so many categories.
No doubt. The 2-2 curveball, that's inside. That almost hit him. It is a full count now.
Come on, one more Milkman delivery. One more Milkman dance, too.
They might send him here to give him a chance to get 2 on a base hit in the alley, get to 90.
Yeah.
Harris at second, Castillo at first. Here's the stretch. And second baseman cuts in. Harris just dives back. He was trying to get a little extra.
It's a great call by the base umpire, Tim Detweiler, right there. He was all over it.
Kelly cut in.
That's Bill Reuter over there.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to not give him the credit that he deserves. Kelly cut in on that timing play. It was close. Now ready. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a line drive right field. Back on it is Trapp, and he can't grab it. It's down, rolling to the wall. Harris around third to score. Castillo will make it to third, and Melky Mesa with one more. Here in 2018, an RBI double over the glove of the right fielder, Justin Trapp. He will have 89 RBIs. It's his league-leading 48th extra base hit. And the Revs lead it 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
I knew he had one more delivery in him. Got a pitch. It really worked that at-bat. Got something he could drive. And Trapp, having to battle that sun out there, isn't able to make the play. And Mesa just hits everything hard. Has a flair for the dramatic, even though, I mean, that wasn't too dramatic, but the RBI situation in the league, it came down to that.
Here's Nash, who lays off away.
Well, you know, Mesa, if he gets one out, he ties Galen. But, hey, 89, nothing to be upset about on the air. And that wasn't many more than 89 games. He was almost at an RBI per game this year.
100 games total. Here's Telvin now. Second and third, the 1-0. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
So this was 100 today, okay.
Well, he'll finish leading the league in extra base hits and slugging. What a year. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching this team and him. '89 Ribbies is 6th in Revs history. Here's a ball down and away, 2-1. 6th most. The most since Andres Perez led the league with 92 back in 2015. That was a 140-game season, though. Here's the 2-1, and that's outside. The Revs, they have played 3 126-game seasons. Mesa will finish one shy of the team record for a 126-game season, if you want to break it down that much. Nate Espy had 90 in 2007, but there were a lot more runs scored in general in the league back then. Pitch, it is off the plate away, and Nash walks. Bases loaded for Tejeda. With one out in the 8th, Revs up 4-1.
Well, Richardson doesn't need that save. Revs can do a little bit more damage. Make it more than a 3-run lead.
Melky's slugging is going to finish 2nd in Revs history for a season. Ahead of Chris Nowak's 570 in 2012, and behind only Chris Nowak's unbelievable 646 in 2011. Mesa will finish 2nd in Revs history for slugging in a season. John Hunton a visit to the mound here, and they have a lefty up. Long visit. Warren Nicholson starting to make his way to the mound. And now the visit concludes. So Tejeda with a chance here with him loaded. By the way, the last Revs batter to lead the league in slugging or extra base hits was Chris Nowak in 2012 in slugging, and 2011. Here's Tejeda, and Rowe the pitch, swing and a miss. Oh man, he was trying to kill it. He almost fell over on that swing. And he stayed upright, but his feet definitely slid. Actually, Mesa's going to be the first to lead in total extra base hits. They've had some finish 2nd. Here's a ball down and away, appeal to first, no swing the call, 1-1. Jose is up in the Patriots bullpen.
He was a late but necessary addition to my all-name team once he joined the roster. For the folks wondering at home, that will be revealed at some point this week when I finalize the roster.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, hooks outside. Who did he bump?
You know what? I don't remember who he bumped. But there have been a couple late season bumps and a couple late season additions from that roster. You can only keep so many guys, you know?
That's true. Yep. It's a problem when you have so many options. The 2-1. Swinging a foul back over the roof.
I will share some insight on the team. A sneak preview. Isaias Tejeda is the starting catcher on my all-name team.
Yes.
Can't beat that. Joe Van Meter made the team. Telvin Nash is on the team. Travis Witherspoon. Jose Cuevas is on there too.
That's a good one. Now the 2-2. Swinging a bouncing ball to second base. Hit softly. Kelly charges in. Throws back to second. That's all they'll get. And a run does score. Tejeda picks up his 22nd RBI playing here today, and his 22nd game of the season. 5-1. Castillo scores on it. Mesa goes to third. RBI fielder's choice. Nash got caught in between. He was the out going towards second. The first and third. Here's Dotel. Revs had 3 in the 5th on Harris's homer, now 2 here in the 8th. First pitch, a swing and a line drive, base hit left field. Mesa in to score, and it's 6-1. Dotel reaches out and hits that breaking ball into left almost one-handed. And one more for him here in 2018. Drives in his 62nd. And with York, that is RBI number 60 for Dotel.
Well, why not? Just keep adding to it, and that'll be it for Rowe. The Revs, this team hasn't quit all year. I mean, with the lead, you know, you're just adding to it. But it's incredible to see what this team can do, and especially with 2 outs, another 2-out knock.
One more dance at first base for Dotel, who's been one of the leaders in that department all year as well.
It gives Mesa another run on the year. He came in tied for 3rd, I believe, in the league with 84. He was actually tied for 2nd with 84, so now, unless whoever he was tied with or somebody else leaped him, he is in sole possession of 2nd.
What an all-around great year. Well, Jose is the new pitcher. We'll tell you about him. Revs lead at 6-1 as the 8th inning continues when we come back.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Now we're ready to go. Jose has gone through his warm-ups. Witherspoon digs in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It's 1st and 2nd. 3 runs home to make it 6-1 in the 8th. First pitch misses up and away. Witherspoon today, 1 for 2. Infield hit, run scored, also reached on a hit by pitch. Jose, in 7 outings, has given up 4 runs in 7 innings. Now the lefty sets at the belt. He's got the dreadlocks working, the 1-0. And it's in tight as Witherspoon kicks back with the back leg. 2-0 the count. Jose, 28-year-old, native of the Dominican Republic. Began this year in the American Association. He signed with the Diamondbacks at age 17. Spent 6 years in their system, 2 years in the Marlins system, made it as high as AAA. He was in the Can-Am League a couple years ago as well. Pitch is swung on and missed, change up, and it snuck off the glove of Gonzalez, went slightly back behind the plate. Tejeda was ready and moves up. It'll be a pass ball, and it's now 1st and 3rd. Now a 2-1 count on Witherspoon. No longer a save situation for Dustin Richardson, but Revs have done some more damage at the plate. Now the 2-1, swing and a miss, as he kept that changeup to the outer part of the plate. Figueroa on deck if it gets to that point. Witherspoon, the 8th batter this inning. 2 3-run innings for the Revs today. Now Jose checks, delivers, swing and a miss. And that'll end the inning and the offense for 2018. But the Revs will end up leading the league in hitting. They finish it with 3 runs in the 8th on 4 base hits and 2 men left on. We're going to the 9th. Dustin Richardson coming in looking to end the 2018 season. It's the Revs 6, the Patriots 1.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the new WOIK app.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOIK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Dustin Richardson looking to close out the 12th season of Revs baseball here in 2018, a 6-1 lead as they look to finish pretty much the way they've played for the last 6 weeks or so. Finish it up at 10 games over 500, 13 over at home. Alfredo Rodriguez leads it off. First pitch is inside. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. They were hoping Richardson would be a closer for them in the playoffs, but they just ran out of time. 1-0. And a swing and a pop-up foul back into the stands. Richardson with the Revs, no record, 12 outings, 4 saves, ERA of 3.07, 14 2/3 innings, 25 strikeouts, 4 walks. Rodriguez 0 for 3 with a walk today. The 1-1 and a fastball just missed. Oh no, it didn't. Delayed strike call. My goodness. Outside corner 1-2. All right, take that. 2-3-4 due-up. And Richardson fires. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Castillo to his right. Gets the big hop. Off balance throw, and Nash the stretch at first base. Fantastic play for out number 1 with Castillo ranging way to his right. Got a couple of big hops, and on the move, he fired it across.
Oh, he's so good over there, and he might even be a better shortstop than he is third baseman. He's played an excellent third base this year, spelling Dent at short when he can or when he's needed. That was so smooth, and never really a doubt that he was going to get that throw over there. He's got such a strong arm.
Now Ramon Flores, first pitch, swing and a line drive, base hit to center. Hit that one hard back up the middle. He's a 1-out base runner. Well, the Revs sadly today will say their goodbyes for now. In the clubhouse after this one ends, a lot of guys will be beginning their travels tonight. Patriots have, I'm sure, a workout day tomorrow and then start the postseason at Long Island Tuesday night. Here's Craig Massey, who struck out in the 7th pinch hitting. He stayed in as the DH. First pitch, fastball, it's a called strike. And he came in pinch hitting for Boyd. DeMarty struck him out. No bargain now as he faces a lefty, Richardson, left-left matchup. The 0-1, and a swing and a floater, shallow right center. That'll get in for him. Flores up to second, and it is first and second with 1 out. Well, he was at 336 before that base hit. Valdespin sitting today on 338. If I had to guess, well, we can do the math quick. What the heck?
Pull up the game cast too.
Oh, that's true.
I can do the Well, never do math when you don't have to.
Oh, he just got to 338.
Wow.
Here's Coronado, who takes a strike. I was thinking that might put him back to 337, but that got him up there.
Well, he also has a lot fewer at-bats than Valdespin and some of the guys that were in the mix. So the average more likely to go down more and then up more because of that.
It's the 0-1. Swinging a tap foul behind the plates. Now I wonder if Valdespin gets into that game in Texas.
Yeah. They should have walked him. Richardson should have just walked him.
He's ahead of Coronado 0-2. Double play would end it. An Oregon version of the final countdown plays. Pitch is line foul into the seats and right. Thankfully, someone saw it in time and ducked. Revs leading at 6-1 here in the top of the 9th. Once again, it has been an absolute pleasure for us this season.
Absolutely. It's been so much fun. Wish it didn't have to end today.
Yep. Another 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. No foul tip on it. It glanced off Clark's glove, but he quickly pounces on it. 2 down, a nasty hook from Richardson, and the Revs an out away from wrapping up 2018 with a win.
And only fitting to do it that way, because this team has been so resilient, and to be able to, after closing this out, be able to finish 10 games over 500. And I don't think we thought that was going to happen. I think we knew this team was capable of that, but we just didn't know this team was going to go on this big of a run.
Here's Sermo. He swings, fouls the first one off, up onto the first base roof. 6-1 the lead. LED boards say coming in 2019 Atlantic League All-Star Game. Mentioned that a couple of times today. A lot to look forward to. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip off Clark's glove. I guess that was a swing and a miss. Either way, 2 strikes. And fans will come to their feet. Last night we had a season high 6,173. Today an energized 3,400 plus. Richardson, the 0-2. Fastball misses high.
Be fitting to end this with a strikeout, the way this Revs pitching staff has been so lights out lately.
Started on a cool night back on April 26th. Here's the stretch from Richardson, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Fastball at 93, puts it in the books. And the Revs close out 2018 with another win. They win their final 2. 9 of their final 12. 12 of the final 16. They go 16-5 in the last 21. 26-14 since August 4th. And they win the season finale today by a final score of 6-1. Dustin Richardson, a scoreless 9th inning. He ends it with back-to-back strikeouts. And the Revs finish the season 10 games over 500, 68 and 58. They just ran out of time, Michael. Just ran out of time.
Yeah, bittersweet way to end it. I mean, just a bitter, not with just with this win, but a bittersweet way for the season to end. I mean, it feels like this team has so much more in it. It feels like this team is peaking at the end of August right now. And I mean, it's just been a ton of fun. A well-deserved one last trip through the victory line for these Revs.
And a little bit longer trip, not just high fives today, but they'll stop and hug each other. They absolutely loved playing together. That is one thing that year after year Mace and his staff have created here in York, is a fantastic clubhouse situation, camaraderie. Guys love getting to the ballpark every day, and it was so much fun to watch them play themselves into the mix. It took them all the way until after their next to last game of the season was completed. Their playoff hopes were still alive. Many thought it would have never gotten that close. And a lot of these guys, I'm sure, will be back as part of a returning core in 2019. Sadly, a lot of them will not be. It will be the final time that this group of Revs comes off the field together, but, well, the playoffs did not happen this year, and this franchise's success over the years has made the playoffs an expectation. Did not happen this year, but they end it a winning team, 10 games over 500, 68 and 58. The home record 42 and 29 here at PeoplesBank Park. And they will present these Revs time jerseys to fans down in the field as well. Fans winning the jersey auction here today.
Well, just a great way to finish things off if it did have to end today like it is. They wanted to do it with a win. They came out there, and this team showed us what they have all year, a come-from-behind win. Just one more come-from-behind win in what was a season of dealing with adversity, struggles, a very frustrating season at times, but 26 comeback wins to finish the year off. That's a great way to end it.
That is not bad at all. Scored the final 6 runs today, and those jerseys being presented to fans down in the field. The fans get to walk on that field for the final time. It'll be replaced during the off-season. It took such a beating this year with the weather and everything, but 2018 ends with 2 more wins for the Revs. A 68 and 58 record is the final mark, and a 6-1 victory here today. Stay tuned. Post-game show from PeoplesBank Park is coming up next.
Are you done now? Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
This is Dan Connolly of the Athletic Baltimore. Join me all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I've got you covered every week with the latest news and insights on all things Orioles and all things MLB. Plus, exclusive interviews straight from the Orioles clubhouse and from my colleagues around the league. The Baltimore Baseball Show, Mondays at 6, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This hour on WOYK is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Quality you can see.